I'm on a hit list of a few divas. They see me dripping with Rich the Kid, yeah, that new freezer. All we got is us, Lou Peter. New visa for the two-seaters. Same year like the new feeders. Drippy like the youth readers. The youth need us, the booth feeders. 750 boots, I ain't talking about the new Adidas. Them rhymes is poppin', them signs is poppin', dimes are droppin', we diamond shopping, we island hopping. From St. John's to St. Thomas, a good wife, living a good life, that's what they can't promise. For more than 4 summers, I was Mr. Whoremonger, who the horse hunger, laying more lumber than Hackshaw, Jim Duggan doing tour numbers.
If you wanna have a good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife, if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife, if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife, if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife.
Yeah. You the ground for the seed. Promise I'm down to be around when you need. I ain't the king without the crown for the queen. I made a vow when I was proud she agreed. Got me down on my knees. Get you a ring and then a house with a deed. 40 acres of land surrounded with trees. We could turn the jungle to a town if we breathe. Lay you down and conceive. I'm the one, she the two, we made it 3. This is real, this ain't a dream or make believe. You got the lock, I got the keys, I'll set you free. You got me thinking the heavens that you were sent to me. You be pleasing me physically, even mentally. You got the flavor, ingredients in the recipe. Only place you belong is sitting next to me. Cause I was made to be yours and this is destiny.
If you wanna have a good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife, if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife, if you wanna have a good life. Good wife, if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife.
The intention is boom, the vibe is dynamic, seen the way that I'm moving. You think he can handle it? What's your fantasy? What's your plan with me? Rubbing on my nipples, he was giving me energy. Kundalini rituals before the king entered me. Womb activated in his eyes, I could clearly see. Pranayama deep strokes, my God, he be healing me. I just wanna build and establish a legacy. Open conversations and no spaces for jealousy. It's alchemical therapy. Soon as you next to me, we a beautiful recipe. This especially destiny. When I see you, I see God. I see love. I see us.
All right. There you have it, family. Off of the album, The Red Summer, that was Good Wife, featuring Red Pill, Lizzie Jeff, and the God MC himself, Cam Bata. All right, before we begin, we got to pay the bills. All right. On Wednesday, this Wednesday, coming up 2 days from now, we have The Evolution Will Be Digitized, hosted by Red Pill. All right. Topics discussed: decentralized autonomous organizations, which are known as DAO. All right. Cryptocurrencies. All right. Bitcoins and altcoins, blockchain technology, blockchain 1, 2, and 3, and non-fungible tokens, which are known as NFTs. All right. And that's going to be available on Zoom only. You know what I'm talking about? Zoom only. Shout out to all of the KTL audience, all of my KT aliens, all of my stream chasers, all of my KTL universities, and the newly minted Noda Ledgers in the building that will be pulling up to get some of this cloth talk. Okay. We're going to be in the building real live. And then right after that, in the good state of New Jersey, we are going to have our good brothers Blue Pill and Red Pillar. The twin pillars will be united, and we will be in the building in Newark, New Jersey. This lecture is free 99, free to the public, free to everybody that wants to pull up. I am inviting the tri-state areas. There will be numerous vendors in the building. It's a marketplace. So they're going to be numerous vendors with crystals, clothing, herbs, food, and things of that nature. All right. At the Aqua Fit Water Bar, 347 Central Avenue, Newark, New Jersey, April the 3rd, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is going down. It is going down. And then right after that, in the good state of Chicago, shout out to all of my Chicago people. Brother Red Pill and Mansa Isa Muhammad, aka Cheyenne the Liberator. We are gonna be in the building. All right. We being brought out by our good brother Chicago Crypto Hustler. If you don't know, 4-4, that's that brother's born day. So we're gonna be doing it big with the brother in the Chi-Town and the Mecca. You dig? And we're gonna be doing a full Moorish presentation, 44 residents, Moorish time continuum, featuring brother Red Pill and brother Mansa Isa Muhammad. If you want to be a part of that, we're gonna need you to cash app Sovereign Money. All right, cash app Sovereign Money and put 44 more along with your email. That's the way that you will receive the address and the tickets and things of that nature. Okay, $50 per day, $125 for 3 days. That's a steal right there. You know, I'm talking about buy the dip. All right. And then on April 16th to the 18th in New York City, all right, in the county of Kings, Brooklyn, New York, we're going to have Red Pill, Blue Pillar, the Twin Pillars, alongside our sister Karma and our sister Rain, hosted by our good brother Araje Nephirim. You know I'm talking about? Elevation. All right, we're going to be talking money talk, cryptocurrency, new businesses, entrepreneurship. We're also going to be getting in the relationship bag and healthy lifestyles. So yeah, pull up new. And you know, I don't think these are the last people to be announced, but this is the starting lineup. So I look forward to seeing the family who's been saying that they haven't seen us in New York City in a very long time. We are going to be in the building. So go to Eventbrite and put in elevation. It's the same way that it's spelled right here. EVAT1ON. All right. And I'm going to have the links in the description box right now. If you want to get a link for Wednesday's lecture, the link is in the description box. Hopefully before the show is over tonight, I'll be able to have all of the links in there. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, we getting busy this month. You know what I'm talking about? We springing forward. So yeah, that's my announcements. Well, welcome to another episode of Melanin Monday. This is your host, Brother Red Pill. You are now rocking with the best. Yes. You know what I'm talking about?
To this day. To this day.
That's right. Yeah. And we here. So let's do the roll call. Let's see who's in the building. You know what I'm talking about? First people that pulled up was Oakland, and shout out to Oakland. We see you, Oakland. Shout out to Crenshaw, Mactown. We see you, Mactown. Inglewood in the building. Best Styles in the building. Shout out to the Star. Okay. You know what I mean? Decatur, where it's greater. Yeah. I see you, Decatur. Shout out to the Shy. All right. You know what I'm talking about? If you had to get out, just come back. Come back that weekend. It's gonna be lit. And we're not gonna be in the wild hundreds. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be in no war zone and shit. You know, we're gonna be in, you know, an area where you'll be safe. Ain't gonna bring you to old block. Don't worry about it. The event is not on old block. You know what I'm talking about? Baltimore, Charlotte. All right. I think Blue Pill is gonna be in Charlotte this weekend as well. I think he's gonna be out there maybe the 5th. I'll let you know. I'm gonna pull up his Instagram and for the family that's in the Carolinas, because I know y'all been asking about us in the Carolinas. Florida in the building, land of the flowers, Colorado, another Sanford, Florida. All right, South Cali, the BX. All right, West End ATL. All right, Philly in the building. Savannah's in the building. Shout out to Savannah. Dixie Hills in the building. Smyrna. VA out there in the sticks. South Kakalaka. Michigan in the building. Dartmouth. Brooklyn. Selma. Selma. Okay, Selma. All right. Wichita. I see you, Wichita. BX. You dig? Louisville. Copenhagen, Denmark. Chicago, stand up. All right. Moreno Valley. Really? Is there a lot of black people in Moreno Valley? Because you know Moreno is Morenos. Ain't that the melanated folk? Kissimmee, Florida. Shout out to Kissimmee. I got a Kissimmee bar too in one of my lyrics. Yeah, it rhymes with rotisserie. Detroit, Michigan, Palm Bay, Cleveland, 864. Yeah, all of y'all are in here. We just looking for an African, and then we'll be able to, you know, we'll be able to continue. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you was in the garden with Mama Pill and Blue? That's beautiful. That's a move right there. That's a vibe. El Paso, Texas, with that what's that? The black gold. That soil is good. Clearwater, North Oakland, ATL, Crown Heights, San Antonio. Where's my islanders and people from the continent? I need to feel connected, you know? Crown Heights, I see you. Oh, you on Gates. Okay. Legend. Shout out to Gates Avenue. NA Rock, North Carolina. All right. So yeah, y'all already know what it is. You know, greetings to everyone. You feel me? Salute to everybody that's joining us tonight. I feel like I was just with y'all. If anybody was in the building on Saturday, send me an emoji or something. Let me know that you in the building tonight. We had a pop-up, a pop-up show, a KTL exclusive with the brother Shyam, aka Mansa Muhammad, Chicago crypto hustler, right? Blue Pillar and Red Pill. We did a panel Saturday, like around midnight. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. You know what I'm talking about? Don't forget to hit that like. What up, Jefferson? Yeah, ATL by way of the NO. You know what I mean? The Mecca. So we did a pop-up show and it was lit. You feel me? It was lit. Yeah, that's a bar right there. Yeah. Louisville. Shout out to Louisville. We're gonna be in Louisville for the Knowledge Fest. I don't know, is that June or July? Shout out to my brother Patah out there. That's coming up. That's gonna be in the summertime. We'll be in Louisville in the summertime. Yeah. Yeah, the Mansa was spitting. Yeah. Oh yeah, his live was glitching a little bit. It is what it is, yo. We just gotta push through sometimes with the technology. Technology boy be on top of us. So you just gotta keep pushing because sometimes when you in your vibe or you in your flow, shit start glitching. You know what I mean? It takes you out of your flow state. You know what I mean? It takes you off of your vibe. So sometimes you just gotta keep pushing because you don't want to interrupt your frequencies and whatnot. Shit happens, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I feel that enough information was definitely disseminated for the family to get an overstanding to what was being said. We were dropping some heavy science. We were giving you a glimpse of what you have to look forward to when we pull up in Chicago. Now, look, Chicago is an open invite to all of that area in the Midwest, Detroit, because I remember driving from Detroit to Chicago, so it's not that far away. Chi-Town, I don't know too much about everything surrounding everything, but that whole area. What's the Discord? The Discord group is the biggest crypto play ever. It's the biggest crypto play ever. Shout out to my bros, Iggy, Slice, J Crypto. They're gonna be premiering, they're gonna be replaying the first Evolution will be digitized that I did in 2014. We're gonna be debuting that tomorrow in our group. You know what I mean? The way that the Discord is set up, we could play videos and we could go like how I'm live right now. Like I could be live in my group, and I don't even know if that's even popping. Yeah, yo. The archives is lit. You know what I'm talking about? I was checking some archives out too. I was doing some research and whatnot, and I stumbled upon some of the archives of some old Melanin Monday. That shit is digital gold. And I'm not just saying that because it's me that did it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't, I don't be sitting up here uh mentally masturbating and whatnot. But yeah, if you do have a chance, you know what I mean, especially my truck drivers out there, we're gonna need know the ledge on the side of a truck. You know what I'm talking about? I'm highly offended. I'm seeing niggas branding themselves on sides of trucks, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Niggas, you know what I mean? We done got these truck drivers to deliver loads back in the days. You know what I mean? We got niggas through the highways from back in the days. I need I need my face on the side of a truck. You know what I'm talking about? We need that KTL on the side of some trucks, my nigga. Not just one truck either. So we're gonna talk to you truck drivers about putting some things up because god damn it, you know, think about it. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Think about it. We should be on the highway along with everybody else. I mean, there's no competition. Don't get it fucked up. Like we are who we are. And I feel that all of the brands that are branding themselves right now should be seen on a high. We should be on billboards. We should be on trucks. We should be on fucking plane wings. You know what I mean? Like we should be wherever visibility is highly valued. Wherever visibility is highly valued. Yeah, them 4-hour KTL radio shows, them was the thing. Shit, we was doing some back-to-back shows too. You know what I mean? I remember we did the back-to-back shows with Inky and a few of them. You know what I'm saying? Like we was kicking out 8-hour shows sometimes. So, and if you think that the Melanin Mondays were prophetic, when you dive into those archives of those radio shows, man, you would think niggas had a crystal ball or something. Them things right there, we was in our bag. I mean, everybody was in a bag. The host was in a bags. You know what I'm talking about? Me and Blue, KT, AA, Valentine, Dr. Blair, Dr. Sabi, like all of the guests on Know the Ledge Radio were completely in their Birkin bag all the way back in 08, 09, 2010. They was doing the damn thing. If you go and you listen to the archives, you'll see what I'm talking about. So yeah. Yeah, billboards and things. Shit, why not? Why not? You know? I like that idea. Third Eye Thursday hoodies. Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, the Mooney Twins. The Mooney Twins, they was in their bag. Low key, you know, because twins, we support each other. They was talking about Bitcoin, stocks, puts and options. Like they were on top of that shit a very long time ago. So much that when I was listening to it, I kind of was like, I wasn't really fully, you know what I mean? Like I didn't understand everything that they was saying and whatnot. I was kind of like a beginner. I was a neophyte to the information, but I was in class with everybody else and I was learning. You know what I mean? I was learning. I was like, well, God damn it. Let me let me figure this out. We're gonna talk about the weirdo. You know what I mean? That's been dominating my timeline all weekend. This little nigga has succeeded with getting us to talk about him. Yes, the Sinetta TVs. I was watching Kia Life Productions with my good brother Knowledge, right? Hold on, let me pull this up. Kia Life shits was crazy. Like I was in my bag back in that was like 4 years ago when my dude Knowledge, who he's in the battle rap world right now with Hip Hop Is Real, but prior to that, he had another channel called Kia Life. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna share it real quick so y'all can see. And those, I was in my bag. I was that he was catching me outside in Harlem a lot, and we was going in. And yeah, that was serious. You know what I'm saying? That was serious. I was watching a video just today, and I'm like, damn, I was really out there, tapping in. I was tapping in. Let me see where the channels are real quick, just to give y'all some backstory, because I never assumed that people who are watching these shows, who probably heard about me from somewhere else, even know that we've been doing this thing for how long we've been doing this. You know what I mean? Let me show you. This is Kia Life Productions. This is just something, everybody's in this class. You know what I mean? I can't assume that everybody knows what's going on or is fully tapped in. So I got a playlist right here. You know what I mean? The playlist is kind of deep, you know. But yeah, this was me. This was me talking about spirit cooking, Jeff Epstein, way before they even knew what a Jeff Epstein was. Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah. They got me at this is one of the videos when I was wilding out on the conscious community. That was the video that kind of broke people up. We had a breakup after that. Yeah, we was going in. You know what I'm talking about? These are classics right here. These are classics. Early Young Pharaoh videos when we was in Atlanta. These are all classics right here. I promise you. You know what I mean? So when you do get a chance, go and check that out. You know what I'm talking about? Leave a comment and all that fly shit, you know? Kia Light Productions. Shout out to my good brother Knowledge. I see you doing your thing, brother. You know what I mean? You doing your thing. Azazel, he's cool. Would I ever get on Sonnet again? Yeah, probably. Yep. Yeah, Kia Life was Knowledge. Yeah, that's Knowledge right there. That was his channel. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, his videos was great. I think he had enough of the conscious bullshit and he just fell back. You feel me? I think he just fell back, you know? I don't blame him. And what he did was he focused his energy on the into the genre or the niche where he initially started out, which was battle rap. And I feel that that's paid off for him. You can't really, you can't spread yourself too thin in these markets. So he shifted his gears and put him and his team, they put a lot of their focus on rocking with Smack and URL. And from what the looks of it, it's paid off because there's no battle rapper out there who don't know about hip hop is real, and they respect the brother's his interviewing skills and things of that nature. you know yeah, that's the same Knowledge with Math. Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, we started. I'm not saying that he started with us, but he was doing battle rap, but then he had an interest in the consciousness because that was that time when that shit was up, all the way up and stuck. You know what I mean? Like 2015 and 16, it was super up. So he was like, yo, he wanted to tap in and he wanted to introduce me. Remember, Loaded Lux crossed over and brought Loaded Lux was bringing consciousness to the battle rap community when he did the battle with Calico. You gonna learn all of that shit. So that had a lot of those people from that world paying attention, like what's going on with this conscious shit? Who are these niggas? So that started like that. Yeah. Why is everybody banging on the Moors? I mean, I have no idea, bro. I don't have no idea. I think the Moors started banging. It was just a bang fest. You know what I mean? If I was to give you the history of that, I would have to get my smoking jacket and sit in the rocking chair because it's a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? That shit goes all the way back to like '05, bro. It's a lot of politics behind that. We don't even have enough time on this broadcast. You feel me? We really don't have enough time. So, He was talking about Gilligan Island. Remember that? Oh yeah, King Von's Kill is free. That just goes to show you that I get down with Cannibal Ox. Cannibal Ox. I think one of them was in Harlem. He was on Dust. I'm not. Don't judge me. I don't even know if that's the right word to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't if that's the right brother that I'm speaking of, but I think that that's who it is. You know what I mean? Because he used to be in Harlem, but I think he got caught up in the wrong things. You know what I'm talking about? No offense or anything. Shout out to that brother. I haven't seen him in a long time, and to be honest with you, I hope that everything is okay with him because that angel dust is a motherfucker, bro. I don't know how men can function, or women for that nature, with that type of with that drug in particular. I was like 15 or 16, I think, or 17, and a nigga slipped me a angel dust blunt, and I thought it was a L, and I hit that shit like I was, whew, bruh. That's no joke right there. I'm just leaving it at that. That's no joke. Don't touch that shit. If you know what's better, if you know what's best for you, nigga, run from that right there. Don't touch that. I do not co-sign. To be honest with you, I don't co-sign nothing out there but some shrooms. I'm not even 100% sure about trees anymore. You know what I'm talking about? I'm putting my name behind and it's got to be the right type of strain. And I'm not co-signing nothing else. Straight like that. Nah, I'm not co-signing a goddamn thing after that. No chemicals, none of that shit. No LSD, none of that. I'm not co-signing a goddamn. Well, maybe the toad, the bufu, but you got to be built like that to even fuck with that. That's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Don't ever walk into don't ever walk into a bufu parlor and be like, Red Pill sent me, because I did not. You know what I'm talking about? I did not. That takes heavy meditation and things of that nature. And to be honest with you, it's not recreational. It's not recreational. How did the Sherm? Nigga, I was fucked up for about a year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have slept for 3 days. When I hit that shit, I was walking off. I left the spot when the shit started hitting me. It just started getting dark up in that bitch. I left the spot. I was in Clinton Hills, and I'm not gonna tell you who passed it to me. It's a teacher who's out here, but I'm gonna keep that between us. And I was walking off of the curb, my nigga, and the shit felt like I was walking off of the Empire State Building. It wasn't a woolly, it was some wet. Not the woolies. Don't do that to me. Nigga, it was the wet. Nigga, I felt like I was stepping off of a fucking building, my nigga. I was gone. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I slept for like 3 days. You know what I'm talking about? This shit had me down. It was man down, my niggas. Man down.
To this day. To this day.
So when I see niggas functioning and they fuck with that shit, I'm like, you niggas got a different kind of brain than I do. Real talk. You niggas got a different type. You niggas is wired differently. Got a different type of brain. You know what I'm talking about? You know? A Boozy said the ghost on horses were chasing him. Damn right. You know what I mean? Damn right, bro. That was not it. When they show homie in the chicken coop on Friday, they wasn't lying. I hope that didn't make a nigga want to go smoke that shit. They was not lying, bro. I was Pookie. Or what his name is. I was not Pookie. I was Smokey. You know what I'm talking about? My mama was like, what's wrong with you, boy? I was like, mama, you would never believe it. You know what I mean? Y'all know who it is. I see y'all calling it right. Shit. I ain't gonna put his business out there like that. And I don't even, to be honest with you, he didn't do it in a facetious way. It was one of them things that I thought that I knew what the fuck, I don't know what the fuck angel dust is. I'm thinking you hit it like the shit looked like it rolled like a blunt. So I hit it with I'm taking deep pulls. man, that shit was like, nigga, you gonna learn today. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Leave the drugs alone. Straight up. You niggas meditate and, drink your sea moss. You know what I'm talking about? But I cannot co-sign no type of chemicals. I'm on the fucking fence when it comes to plant-based shit as it is, to be honest with you, because I speak a lot of shit about all of that stuff, but everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same. You feel me? So everybody's tolerance, they be hearing their favorite teacher, or they'll listen to Cambada, or they'll listen to a rapper, and that person has extraordinary type of bars, or you be like, this nigga's brain is different. He's wired different. I'm gonna abuse drugs, or I'm gonna abuse a substance to try to spit like that person. I want to think like that person. I want to teach like that person. No, my nigga. Mm-mm. No. That's not it. That's called following the motherfucking you following somebody down a wrong path. Mm-mm. And I promise you, even the grass, my nigga. I smoked some shit when I was in Texas, my nigga. I thought it was LSD. The shit felt like I was on LSD. Promise you, bro. I was tripping for about an hour, and then I came back normal. Even the weed is fucking GMO. I was looking at my nigga like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? He was like, that's that strong. I was like, nigga, that shit too strong. You know what I'm talking about? That shit, that Thanos. You know what I mean? That's that Thanos. Cause I hadn't smoked in so long. Probably in like a month, my lungs was like, I was fasting. I hit the L and that shit hit me. You know what I mean? And I don't be on some high shit. Like I'm not out here trying to look like red and meth, my nigga. This is not about how high a nigga could get. I'm a creative. So, I just be vibing. You know what I mean? I like to get in the zone where, my creative faculties are open up. But I'm good. Somebody said Reggie Miller. Nah, the Reggie get me mad. You know what I'm talking about? The Reggie get me upset. I can't even do that. I can't do the Reggie. If a nigga pass me the Reggie, we gonna have problems. You know what I mean? Somebody said they was catching water mid drop. And then niggas be hit me on the inbox trying to invite me to, yo, Red, we gonna be in the woods taking acid and whatnot. I'm like, nigga, like, think about it. Do I look like that nigga? Like, do I come off as somebody that wants to try acid with you niggas? And to be honest with you, I'm looking at the group text and there's no females in the text. And I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? You know what I'm talking about? Like, what are you trying to do? You want to take me to the water, to the fucking lake, to the pond, my nigga, and try acid? Like, what do you like? Come on, bro. You niggas is taking this shit too far. I need some low grade Mecky. Okay, what's that? Stick to sativas. Yeah, I was looking for this the other day because I was explaining to people that I had smoked some shit. I had bought a blunt for $70, right? And I was like, yo, after I fucked with this, I said that I'm getting into the weed business because this shit right here, just the packaging. Look at this shit. This is they legalized trees in New York City. This shit is beautiful. Like, look at this. You see it has a tip built in there. This shit is beautiful. This is art, my niggas. This is a fucking NFT. How about it? You know what I'm talking about? This shit is an NFT. This made me want to get into the business. Real talk. You know what I'm talking about? Packwoods. This is art. This shit could be in a museum. You know what I'm talking about? This is like an art gallery. And it smoked very nice. I smoked this about 2 months ago. I was just been holding on to this shit, right? This shit smokes very nice, right? Look at the packaging though. It's all in the packaging, right, Craig? You know what I'm talking about? This shit look like it look like an NFT come to life. It look like Beeble made it. Like Beeple made it. You know what I mean? I was impressed. I was impressed. You know what you could get with $70 from the fucking dispensary? You know what I'm talking about? I was like, nah, give me that right there. I just need to, luxury trees. I'm talking about luxury trees, sit that you could ride in when you in your Rolls Royce. That part. Or your rental. Whatever. You know what I mean? You in your Honda with the fucking instead of having the Rolls Royce lights, nigga got the Christmas lights on the Honda ceiling. Acting like, sometimes you just gotta, you know what I mean? They say you gotta fake it till you make it, right? It's all about feeling like you in that zone until you get there. So until you niggas could get the stars on the ceiling in a Wraith, just put the Christmas lights on the ceiling of the Honda. I'm not judging. It's worth 30 to 40. Oh, damn, I got beat then. Nigga done beat me. Yeah, until you could pop up in the Cullinan, you know what I'm talking about? You just gonna have to, you know what I mean? You just gonna have to get real creative and wire your ceiling with some shit from Home Depot, my niggas. Yeah. You know, instead of having the motherfucking stars on the roof, it look like project lights on your roof. Any tips on how to stop smoking for good? That's interesting. Full detox. You feel me? I would suggest a full detox. And you have to get away from people that smoke. You know? You kind of you have to remove yourself from that environment, because I promise you, if you're in such an environment where the shit is being passed around, some people smoke based off of how they feel. Some people smoke for hype. You know what I mean? There might be an exciting event coming up that night or that day, and you just like, let me just get a hit. You know what I mean? And after that, it's a wrap. So what I mean by a full detox is, first of all, you have to detox yourself from an environment. You have to detox yourself from the actual, from the pull, because this GMO weed, man, this GMO weed that they got people smoking. I even watched and I don't really fuck with Vice. You know what I mean? I don't like Vice News too much as a news source. To me, they're more of a high level propaganda organization. They have their roots in like Tel Aviv and whatnot. So that automatically sets off a red light. But I was watching a broadcast that somebody sent me in my inbox, and it was basically talking about, they had, how they be having those drug dealers, and they be having face mask on to protect their identity, but you low key could see their tattoos and you could see their eyes and whatnot. You know what I mean? You're like, nigga, the fucking eyes tell it all. Like, you're not even covering up your eyes. Wear a I mean, case, I'm just giving niggas advice. If you ever do something where you're trying to protect your identity, don't show your eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Don't show your eyes. Put on a fucking a Grinch mask. You know what I mean? Like, put on a zebra head mask or something. Don't show your fucking eyes, because that's the giveaway. And there was a German youth, and he was talking about, he was getting out of the weed business because the majority of the weed is fake. And he was explaining that they're mixing, a lot of the trees in the growing process is being sprayed and whatnot. And it's basically being spliced with a lot of chemicals that will have people addicted to it. So the way these niggas is carrying on with the weed that I be around, I'm like, yeah, this is the new crack. You know what I'm talking about? This is the new crack. And remember when the spice and the K2 was popping? Remember they was selling trees in a corner store that smelled like pineapples. They had all of these different flavors, but it was spice. The dude in the series said that they're using those same type of chemicals on like Reggie and Mid and whatnot. And look at all of the fucking look at the weed market right now. This shit is more than Baskin Robbins. It's more than 31 flavors. It's like 3,000 flavors. A nigga sent me a menu and he texted to me and it shit said, you know how your texts have to be continued? It came in like 4 different texts. I'm like, yo, this is longer than the menu at Junior's. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm talking about? I didn't even know some of these names. Cat piss, birthday cake, Dipset, bow-legged Lou. You know what I'm talking about? Mag the Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Obama runs. Moneybag Joe. I mean, goddamn, you niggas is mad creative when it comes to this marijuana. You know what I'm talking about? Green crack, catnip, cat piss. I'm like, I'm not smoking nothing called cat piss. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if it's the Bam Z. You know what I mean? And then the new bag is an eighth. Niggas don't sell 20s no more. Somebody said birthday cake is official. I done smoked so much of the different flavors. I don't know what's official anymore. You know what I'm talking about? All through last year when I was on lockdown, I had a plug. This nigga, like I said, he had a menu that was longer than Red Lobster. You know, it was longer than the Applebee's menu. And I was just picking everything. So I don't even know what got me high, bro. You know what I mean? It was so many different things. You know what I'm saying? And niggas don't smoke 20s no more. It's an eighth and up. So I'm good. I'm ready to get into the business. I'm ready to come up with a red pill strain. You said $25 eighths. Where you live at? Amsterdam? Them shits is 40 and up. They selling $90 eighths in the hood, bro. Are you serious? The runts was like 60. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas was getting, where you think them stimmies done went to? Niggas stimmies is gone. Been in the mall, nigga. The stimmies is gone. You know what I'm talking about? All of that unemployment in the first stimmies and whatnot, them shits got sucked up. They got burnt up. They got rolled up in the motherfucking backwoods. Oh, well, y'all, shit. Y'all smoking good. You on the West Coast talking about $25. I'm on the East Coast. Shit different. You know what I'm talking about? It's different. They want 40 and up. Are you serious? Yeah, look, 60 in Houston. Niggas ain't had to pay rent. You know how much rent is owed nationwide? It was going, the weed man pulled up in the Lambo truck. Niggas, the weed man was eating since the lockdown. And it's been a year and some change already, bro. You know what I'm talking about? That's the real Uber Eats right there. You know? Cali, 25. Yeah, 40 is lowball. They looking they looking at you, they starting at you. You be like, let me get the 40. They looking at you like, you ain't get your stimmy, bro. Like, that's all you doing? Red pill? Like, come on, fam. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta Party Trail said them perks is his fave. Yeah, because them shits is like Viagra's, my nigga. That's why. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? You and that bitch like Mr. Marcus on them perks, huh? But look, New York legalized it. New Jersey legalized it. Massachusetts legalized it. I've said it before. New York was already in the gutter. It's gonna be it's just gonna be disgusting. And I'm not hating on the hood. Free the homies. The best thing that I could say for New York legalizing marijuana is free the homies. There are a lot of fathers that are needed in the households, brothers and uncles, daddies and grandpas, sisters and aunties. Yeah, auntie, come out with that Rikers Island body. You know what I'm talking about? Fresh for the summer. Come on, auntie. Let the aunties go. Free the aunties. You know what I'm talking about? That's the best thing that could come out of the legislation of them legalizing marijuana. Other than that, it's going to be disgusting in these streets. Because in the legislation, they're telling niggas that they could grow plants in their house. Say less. You know what I mean? Hold my beer. You know what I'm talking about? Full grown plant operations in the PJs. Watch. This shit about to go crazy. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to the dispensary because we all know local weed is banging better. You know what I mean? We all know that the hood got better weeds than the dispensary, but it's garbage bag status now because they said so. You know what I mean? They think that they doing it to get taxes and whatnot, and they're not gonna stop niggas from walking in the street. They're giving you 8 plant minimum. So would you gonna come and count my plants? That's 80 to 8 plant minimum means 80 in the hood. Niggas is finna knock down walls in the projects or in the bando, and the shit is just gonna extend. They're gonna have like on one floor, it's just gonna be a whole operation through the whole fucking piece. They was like, look, 8 plants. You could grow 8 plants in your house, personal for recreation. You could smoke in the streets. I'm like, we know New York is desperate for that tax money, but they done fucked up now. I don't think they know how much that they done fucked up. Now you done fucked up now because niggas is outside already smoking a whole A to the face. Like I told you, I've been giving you niggas the New York Diary, the Gotham City Diary. They've been in the streets. Whenever I go to New York, now I don't be on the back blocks. I'm on Broadway. Niggas is walking past me, blowing it down, and I'm talking about marching band, drumline, that real loud. You know what I mean? Nick Cannon, nigga, drumline, brr, brr, what's his name? Pooh Shiesty, brr, that part. They was hitting the drum real loud. Shit, you could smell a block away. I'm like, damn, what is he smoking? So for the city, for the big city, once New York adopts, everywhere else adopts. DC took it in, right? They legalized it in the nation's capital. New Jersey took it in. Massachusetts took it. I was like, it's only a matter of time that New York finna jump on the board, and boom. To get your license to grow is $250. Where? Is that in New York? It's not hard to grow at all. I mean, considering what's going on in these streets, I would think not. Nigga, everybody, they've been on, you could learn that from YouTube. The feds is only going to come if it's 99 plants. But my whole thing is this: what's the prosecution even going to look like? Is 1 pound per plant? What's the prosecution going to look like? What are the feds going to say? Oh, he violated and went over the growing limit. Niggas got households with 10 people in it, bro. Did you see the fucking they got full households. They going to be like, it's 10 plants or 8 plants to a person. They're going to get around that. So just get ready. Just prepare. I remember when I was young, they was blowing it down in the streets like it was nothing before they really started. Because back in the days, early New York, David Dinkins, New York, they was giving you like a ticket. It wasn't as police state as it was with Giuliani. A lot of that shit went out right out the window. So we're going back to the old New York quickly. You know what I'm talking about? They were winding the clock, nigga. We're going back to the old New York. It already has gone that route after the quote unquote insurrection or the uprising that took place with the whole George Floyd thing in the summertime. It already started going in. The police are not even working. Police ain't working. I'm going to show you a video on my Instagram where the police is like, because they had the qualified immunity, they canceled that. Shout out to Kafunya in the building. They canceled the qualified immunity, and the police put a video out like, yo, we're not working. We're not answering none of you niggas calls. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I heard Blues Live. It was like we're not answering no calls. Baltimore just put out the district attorney was like, yo, she was like, we're not prosecuting low level crimes. We're not prosecuting drug dealing, prostitution. You know what I'm talking about? We're only focusing on guns and carjacking and murders. They turned that bitch into Amsterdam from The Wire, right? Qualified immunity meant that you couldn't put liens on these niggas. Remember what the more doing? You couldn't take everything from them, right? Like how homie is on trial right now for murking George Floyd and whatnot. You know, he's supposed to get stripped for all of his shit. They supposed to be putting liens on all of his shit, taking everything from him. The same way that they take everything from the drug dealers and other people when they get locked up. So they don't have the protection that they used to have based off of the policies, politicians pulling that protection from them. So they're saying, based off of the fact that we don't have protection, we're not going to work for the city and F the politicians and F all, because it's one of those bureaucratic, the unions are bumping heads with the politicians. They hate the mayor, de Blasio. They hate the quote unquote Democrats and the left liberals like AOC and all of them. They hate all of that defund the police shit. So they're outwardly rebelling. Remember, a lot of them are still remnants of the Rudolph Giuliani era. A lot of them are red-blooded uh, Republicans who were pro-Trumpers who live in Long Island, in Connecticut, and out in the outskirts of the city in fucking Staten Island. They should sink Staten Island one day. Tell the Wu-Tang niggas, leave CJ from Whoop-Dee, take the Wu-Tang niggas across on a ferry and just let that fucking island sink. You know what I'm talking about? Godzilla, they should have Godzilla and King Kong have a fight on that island and let that shit go down, because some of the most racist, you know what I mean, disrespectful, toxic New Yorkers of Italian descent and others live over there. Those are with them police and whatnot, the mafia and all of them live over there. Yeah, shout out to everybody in Staten Island on the chat. Guess what? There is nobody in the chat from Staten Island because you niggas are not tapped in. I'm just playing. But yeah. Do I think people in Ados know that they were white slaves? No, I don't. I don't think they know about that. They would have to be honest with you, and this is no shot at them at all. White people would have to come out and admit that shit. They would have to see like a full fucking movie or documentary. Look, Avalon the Don, go on Zillow, my nigga. Get out of there. You know what I'm talking about? Go on Zillow. You know what I'm talking about? There's a lot of open apartments in New York. Niggas done fled the city. You know what I'm talking about? Come across the water. Come to us. You know what I mean? Pull up. Exactly. And like I said, it's all politics at the end of the day, because the George Floyd Act is finna give the police $50 billion. $50 billion. You feel me? $50 billion. So don't fall for the okie doke, because it's all politics at the end of the day. Just steer clear of the knuckleheads this summer, because niggas is gonna be, if you thought that they was in a bag last summer, they're gonna be a fucking fool this summer. You know what I mean? In different places, not just in Atlanta. The police not working in Atlanta. The police not working in New York. The police not working in many places. And I'm not a police advocate at all. I don't give a fuck about the police like that. I'm just speaking about the mentality of these niggas and the knuckle draggers who take opportunities to be, motherfucking anarchists. Yeah, them RoboCops is definitely coming. They're gonna pull a China on you niggas. You know what I mean? They're gonna pull a China. They're gonna put together, like I said, I'm gonna be breaking it down on Wednesday. I'm not gonna go into it too deep on Wednesday, but the blockchain has a lot to do with the technology that they're gonna be adapting in the near future because they just put the vaccine passports on the blockchain. I'll show you that in a minute when we go to the Instagram. You know what I'm talking about? But they're gonna go the route of China with the mass surveillance, face recognition, aerial drone surveillance, right? They need the shit to get out of hand to justify the shift in policing, right? To go from where they were to where they need to be. Not just the hyper militarization, but the digitization of policing. You know what I'm talking about? And if you need any example, look no further than China, right? China, who is the quote unquote leader when it comes to locking niggas down. You know what I mean? They're the leader when it comes to suppressing your rights. They're the leader when it comes to disappearing a nigga. They're the leader when it comes to surveillance. It's not really London with the ring of what was that? Bloomberg adapted London's ring of iron. What is it? The ring of what is it? Ring of what? With all of them cameras. Some the Mondem, Road Mondem from London. Let me know what that's called. You know? Bloomberg had adopted that, but based off of the research that I'm doing, they're in bed with the Chinese agencies now. They're fucking with the Chinaman. And then you got the Ring of Fire. Nah, it's not the Ring of Fire. Then you have all of this quote unquote anti-Asian propaganda. You know what I mean? You got all of this anti-Asian propaganda. So you don't think that the Chinese is willing to sit down with the policy makers or the police ass niggas? They got Kamala, you know what I mean? The cop, and fucking Sleepy Joe in the White House, and all of these the Iron Curtain and the broken wrist liberals. You know what I mean? The LBGT liberals, the little Nas X Satanists who hate heteros, they hate niggas. They have an anti-nigga gripe.
To this day.
Going all the way back to when niggas was getting bullied and whatnot. Yeah, CCTV. They're gonna be swapping technology. Newark, New Jersey was one of those hot. Did it stop the drilling? Shout out to Ross Baraka, the mayor. Did it stop the drilling though? I know downtown they got that shit covered and whatnot, but did it stop niggas from getting their shit pushed back? You know? I don't know if it did or not because I know Newark was lit. So don't fall for the fake China. Oh, we got drama with China. No, nigga, they're in bed with China. China is a sponsor. China is an angel investor, right? China's an angel investor. Yeah, where's the anti-nigga hate? Where's all of the anti-nigga emails? Because all of that Black Lives Matter shit that they were doing, their fake woke capitalism campaign, that didn't stop a damn thing. I think crimes and assaults and murders for people that were melanated actually increased since George Floyd got killed. Somebody bring us, crunch the numbers for us, please. Crunch the data. You know what I mean? All of that fuss that people, all of that Home Depot rallying behind niggas and, fucking Victoria's Secrets. We're coming out with black panties for Black Power and Black Lives Matter. We're going to have everything blacked out. You know what I mean? All of these fake corporations gerrymandering, you know what I mean? And pandering to black people. It didn't stop a thing. It didn't stop a thing. You feel me? It got people of color hired. And that's not us. That's not us, bro. So I'm very weary of this anti-Asian propaganda. The 8 ladies that got murdered in Atlanta were prostitutes. And I'm not saying that in no type of facetious way. Those were workers. Those was workers. They was giving out hand jobs. And the man who killed them, the white boy that killed them, he was an incel. He was a customer, and he did have sex problems. Yeah, we got crypto ATMs in the Bronx. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that satanic Nikes. We're gonna talk about the BK train video. They said that the Asian man called that man a nigga, and he popped off. Right now, one of the things that happened, 2 Asians, 6 Asians, and 2 whites. I showed the receipts on this show, on this platform, that the parlor that man shot up. I showed it on. It was a website called Rub Something. That was niggas was getting hand jobs in there, happy endings, right? And homie flipped out, and they don't want to speak about that. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to admit that and whatnot. And 444. Y'all hit the like buttons. We have 444. Talk black to me. That's the angels, nigga. It's the angels talking to us. So they don't want to talk about that. They want to cover that up. Rub maps. Yeah, rub maps. You niggas know about it more than I do. Right? You know? They was giving out happy endings, and homie flip. Oh, Platinum and Onyx is on the same block as those smalls. Okay. Yeah, they giving out happy endings in Platinum too. How about that? I know about Platinum. They was giving happy endings in Platinum too. And in Onyx. That's why they closed them down, correct? If anything on Buford Highway is, anything on Buford Highway is the Bunny Ranch. Anything in that area, niggas, that's where people, that's pay to play. Let's be clear. Anything in that area is pay to play. You know what I'm talking about? Real talk. Even the Chipotles, there's code words in there. You be like, yo, give me a burrito and wrap it extra tight. Extra tight. Right? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? You could go to the Asian restaurants and be like, yo, give me a spring roll with extra sauce. Extra sauce. If you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, bro. Doing something strange for a piece of change on Buford Highway. Stay away. If you niggas is married, stay out of Buford. You know what I'm talking about? If you get off the China bus in Buford, have your Uber waiting for you, nigga, with the countdown. You know when they pull up and it be the countdown that they gonna leave? Like, have that nigga waiting with the door open. Don't even let your feet touch the ground. Get up out of there. You dig? Because we don't buy a box. You know what I'm talking about? So there's a lot of situations, and like I said, the spring roll busset, right? The busset patty. Let me get the busset patty, please. Okay, yes. Some water too. Put a lemon in it. So when you see the anti-Asian sentiment, why don't they say who started it? Because it's niggas popping off, but it's niggas that voted for Trump. Did you see the fucking what was that? The CPAC convention, right? The CPAC convention. It was mad niggas there. Homie that got the schools. What's his name? King Ace. It was mad MAGA niggas there. So you don't even gotta be a MAGA nigga. It's black niggas in the hood that have blamed the Asians for the China flu, and they lost loved ones, friends and companions to the COVID. And they got radicalized by Donald Trump. And what happened? They started taking that as a green light to commit heinous crimes, right? When he was in office. because the shit started when he was in office, because they wasn't prosecuting nobody for that. And then it spilled over into the Biden administration. You feel me? That's not something personal. Like, black people not walking around with Asian gripes, my nigga. Did you see Boogie with Pop Smoke, nigga? You see that movie? We don't got anti-Asian gripe. We niggas don't care about, we don't have smoke for the Asians like that. Niggas is out here killing each other. You know what I'm talking about? They out here drilling each other. They don't, if they understood. But you don't hear none of the activists talking about the drilling that's going on. You don't hear nobody coming to the defense of black on black. You don't hear nobody speaking about these babies that are in these streets with their brains blown out in every single state. If you live in a state where the youth, I ain't talking about old heads, I'm talking about these babies who, have a future ahead of them. If you live in a state where the young people are out there shooting military grade machinery and killing each other for internet beefs and other stupid shit like gangbanging and all of this other stuff, or you got rap beef, you got an op and whatnot, put a fire emoji in a chat so we could see something, because that's the silence. Nobody is making no ruckus about that. Nobody is making no ruckus about that. Nobody is making that a motherfucking priority, and these babies are dying, and they're promoting the drill rap on the radio. They're signing these niggas. They got them on Jimmy Fallon and all of these other things. They're highlighting them. You understand? They got them at the fucking Grammys. Now, I said before, protect little baby because he has potential. But bro, let's be clear. He makes murder these niggas. He makes music that promotes the drill. And them niggas is in Atlanta drilling too. I'm not, I hope I'm not snitching. You know what I'm talking about? But that's a fucking farce to have little baby as the fucking voice, and these niggas is out here knocking niggas off left and right. Yeah, little Tummy just got bail. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. I'm not playing stupid. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not playing dumb with these niggas. I can't do that. They haven't drilled anything that don't look opposite of them yet. Young Messiahs is getting shot down. And it don't look like it's finna slow down anytime soon. So I'm like, what's the hypocrisy about? Tamika Mallory standing next to niggas and she know what they about. But y'all think we stupid? You think we dumb? Come on, bro. I'm not going for that. Nobody is talking up for these babies. If they were to put the pictures on how these niggas look when they get hit up, y'all would throw up your lunch. It's not a pretty sight. They're slumping niggas every single. Look at what happened in Virginia Beach this weekend. They went on a shooting spree out there, and a young woman got clapped up. She was on Bad Girls Club or something. Rise and power to her. Young sister, a mother. All up in Miami during the spring break and other things, people getting slumped. I mean, it's going on everywhere, but nobody want to talk about it. Nobody want to highlight it. None of these brothers' names are even known. You know what I mean? It's one thing to get your shit pushed back, but it's another thing to go out like a fucking where nobody says your name. You're a nameless person. You're not famous, you're nameless. And then, like I said, they'll cherry pick the people that the police kill and make a ruckus about that. But god damn it. Yeah, and then the drill, the shit is spreading like crypto. People is copying that. So if you don't have somebody that you got beef with, who you niggas cannot be in the same room together, if you don't have somebody, cause I ain't gonna lie, in my music, I'm drilling niggas. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not no fucking saint. But it's interpretable. I'm not saying nobody's name. You're gonna have to interpret who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I could be talking about them people. You know what I'm talking about? I could be talking about them people. Q9 was some dude in the basement in Japan. I wouldn't put it past them. These niggas is gullible. QAnon, the majority of their conspiracy theories were rehashed conspiracy theory. It wasn't a lot of new shit. They were talking about what was known as the rat line, and then they married that and they called it the deep state. It was originally called a rat line. The fact that there's a shadow government that has their hands in human trafficking, sex trafficking, gun trafficking, everything quote unquote would be black market. There's a whole movement in the government, and other shady characters have their hands in it. Dynacorp, you know what I mean? I was doing this shit. I did a video with Brother Rich in like 2017 on his page right now called In Too Deep. We was covering that all the way back then, and it was not called QAnon. It was called the Deep State. It's called the Deep State. So they did a lot of remixing, and they picked up on a lot of internet conspiracy theories, shit that the white boys in Reddit used to talk about, all of those forums and whatnot, 4chan and 8chan. They put that shit in a box, they tied it up, and they like, yo, this is the movement. And then of course, there was a whole bunch of shit that they said that, yeah, it was shit from the dark web, you know what I mean? And then they said, oh, Donald Trump is advocating to save the babies. Did they ever interview a baby that he saved? I'm just wondering. Did they ever interview any of the youth that allegedly got saved by Donald Trump? I never seen him. You know what I'm talking about? I never seen him. So the whole Jeff Epstein thing, that's old news. Niggas got hot to that because he got locked up recently. That's old news. When we went to St. Thomas, St. John in 2018, and we saw Pedophile Island, we was right there. My uncle showed it to me. We was on Melanin Monday talking about it. That's old news. That's old. That's not new. The fact that a lot of people got exposed to it, that's new. You know what I'm talking about? I spoke on an American Gods lecture. Yeah, that's new. You know what I mean? I spoke on it in Too Deep as well. On In Too Deep, I built on it on In Too Deep. I spoke about Jeff Epstein and the whole pedo, all of these things with the sex trafficking and all of that way before Donald Trump started talking about that, bro. So when I was hearing all of that QAnon stuff, and to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff, there was one thing that he said that Michael Flynn was coming home, and he came home. I'm like, okay, nigga, all right, somebody knew that he was coming home. And it was like 3 or 4 things that came true. But there was like 20 things that they said that was finna happen that never happened. It was like 20 different things that was supposed to happen this date and that date and this date. And wait, it's gonna happen now. And wait, hold your breath. Like, come on. Yeah. The emails, Podesta. What the fuck you think that's new? That's old news. Pizzagate and all, that's old news. The emails from Huma server and all of that with Hillary with Hillary, that's old news. They just put all of that together. That's old news. And if anybody was tapped in, and if anybody was following, matter of fact, if you go to the Key of Life production videos, like I said, it says 4 years ago, right? 4 years ago, it's time stamped. In that video, I'm talking about Jeff Epstein then. Okay? We're talking about all of that shit back then. This is old news. You feel me? I've been said that it's psyops. And I feel sorry for people that got caught up in that, bro. That was ugly. That was ugly. That some of the master teachers and people got caught up in that hype. And that hype. But we was giving that information out a long time ago. So what people were seeing was the mass movement. There was the noise that they were making as a result of thousands of people continuously saying, lock her up, lock her up. You know, them fucking Trump people, they be trolling heavy. They be trolling super heavy. So it really, the echo of that felt like, oh, this is so real. This is the movement. This is it. They know everything. Oh, da 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 da. It was another Occupy Wall Street. You know what I mean? It's another form of the Tea Party. You know, I'm not impressed. I'm gonna watch the documentary. It's on HBO. I advise other people, if you want to tap in. Like I said, there was a documentary that A.A. Rashid suggested, right? Let me shout out my Cash Appers, because I gotta give y'all flowers while y'all here. Shout out to JoJo Dancer. Ooh, I see you, JoJo. You lit. You got me lit in these streets. I Sabu, Wayne's World. Okay. I feel you. I see y'all. Thank you. Y'all all got me lit. I appreciate the love. You know, thank you. AA put me on to a documentary, right? Shout out to the guard AA, right? And yeah, Kanye video. They're all in bed together. The name of the documentary is, I keep forgetting the name. Hold on. Let me clear my mind. We talked about it on Saturday when I did the show with Chicago and Mansa and Blue Pill, right? I briefly spoke on it. I highly suggest, right? I highly suggest, and these are for my researchers, right? Because the reward is in the research, isn't it? The reward is in the research. So for those that come through and give the research and you don't just listen to what other people say, you'll be rewarded, bro. You'll be rewarded with a level of understanding, understanding that's going to help you navigate through this thing. The name of the interview is called Can't Get You Out of My Head. And Adam Curtis is the director, right? It's a 6-part series documentary. Okay. Can't Get You Out of My Head. And Adam Curtis is the director, right? The shit is upstairs. It's on YouTube, right? It's free 99. Don't worry about it. It's on YouTube. Is it too late to sign up to Wednesday's bill? My nigga, is a bird flying right now? Is a fish swimming? It's not too late. You know what I'm talking about? It's not too late. She's, yeah, all cap. I don't, super cap. Right? So in the documentary, they broke down, right? It's from BBC, right? It's the British nigga. So you have he's narrating it, and I like to hear British people narrate shit because I appreciate their whatchamacallit, their accents. You know what I mean? It always sounds serious when a nigga from Britain is talking, right? It just sounds different. You know what I'm talking about? You know, if you're gonna speak English, nigga, give me Queen's English. That's my new shit. You know what I'm talking about? Other than that, give me broken English. But if you're gonna speak English, nigga, I want to hear super proper English. I want to hear the Queen's English, nigga. You know what I mean? Give me the sauce. Yeah, their diction is nice to the ears. I guess, I don't know, maybe because I'm from the States. You know what I'm talking about? But the shit sounds smart when they're talking. It just sounds like they know what the fuck they're talking about. Other than when, like, imagine George W., right? Imagine a nigga from fucking Boise, Idaho, or George W. telling I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nobody talking to me. You're not going to be able to teach me. You sound like George W. You know what I'm talking about? Give me the nigga who sounds like homie from Batman's Cave, right? Alfred. I like shit like that. So in the documentary, right? Because the documentary covers a lot of shit. Don't ask me what it's about. It's about a lot of shit. You know what I mean? It's educational purposes. It's about a lot of shit. You're gonna learn about China. I didn't know about the history with Mao Zedong like that. I didn't know how deep the Mao Zedong's wife was a fucking G. You know what I mean? His wife was a fucking gangster. She was the one who was responsible for killing millions of people when they had the quote unquote uprising, when the revolution, my bad, when the revolution took place. I told you the name of the doc. It's called Can't Get You Out of My Head. Right? That's why I like Jamaicans talking, because you niggas is British on the low. You niggas is speaking the Queen's English. That's why I can appreciate a Jamaican giving it up, because especially a Jamaican who, I'm talking about, yeah. I hope I don't get you ADOS niggas mad, because apparently you don't like niggas from London talking, you know what I mean? You don't like London niggas, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly. But I like that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at them niggas. I respect the fact that Idris Elba and them niggas have accents, and them niggas will freaking American accent like it's nothing. You know what I'm talking about? That's impressive. You know what I mean? That is impressive. And I respect a Jamaican who could speak proper King's English. You know what I mean? Especially if they be on an intellectual shit. I fucks with that. It usually be the old Jamaicans, and I fucks with that because they real proper. Yeah, for Queen and country. You know what I'm talking about? They real proper. You know what I mean? And one of the things, like I went to the UK. I'm not just saying this on some more. I went across the pond, and I was like, you niggas is into education, and I like that. You know what I mean? You niggas is about learning. You know what I mean? I could tell by the way that you speak. You know what I'm saying? That you value education. You're serious about your fucking education. I guess you niggas is influenced by Prince Williams or something, or Andrew, whoever's in the fucking royal family. I don't know what it is, but y'all niggas is on your English shit. You want to learn. You're studious. You're studious. Did you know about Michael X, nigga? And you know about Malcolm X.
Bang.
Did you niggas know about Michael X? Damn. Yeah, shout out Dawn. Did you niggas know about Michael X? I didn't. This nigga's from Trinidad. You know what I'm talking about? He's like an evil Malcolm X. We are the originators of English. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. You know, shout out to the Moors. You know, shout out to the Moors. Yeah, them niggas was out there in Europe, you know, speaking proper English. Right? They was laying it down. They spoke Latin. He was Jesuit educated. Probably was. Probably was. But when you learn the history of China, right, from the revolution standpoint, you'll have a better understanding of who the fuck they are in modern day politics, and why a lot of the bullshit that you see is a bunch of theatrics that they play on an unsuspecting, uneducated, unwittingly dumbed down society, not just Americans, all around the world, because niggas don't know. But when you know, knowing is half the battle. So you'll be able to see the theater and be like, you niggas is putting on theater, bro. You niggas is putting on theater. Michael X, born Michael de Freitas, was a Trinidad and Tobago born self-styled black revolutionary and civil rights activist in 1960s London. You need to go and check it out. Yeah, that nigga got executed. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm not gonna. He was also Michael Abdul Malik. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna give you the whole story. It's a movie. You know what I'm talking about? It's a movie. You know? Yeah, I hate when they use a European with the British vernacular as if they got more knowledge than the Georgia cat. Yeah. I like to hear the brothers give it up with the accent out there. I'm not that, you know. But give me an old white man with the British accent. I'm good. If he's teaching some shit that's real, you know what I mean? If he's giving you some facts, I could go with that. I don't want to just hear them popping off. You know what I mean? Because other than that, like I can't watch a soccer game. I don't know about you, but that's not my thing. You know what I'm talking about? I can't watch a fucking I can't watch the royal family wedding and shit like that. I don't want to hear them talk about none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. But if they're giving up information, because remember, the British, them niggas, the empire, right? The empire, their tentacles reach all around the world. Africa, the Caribbean, China with the fucking dope, the opium wars. Them niggas is some wicked niggas. You know what I mean? The fucking empire, they everywhere. So I want to hear them talk about themselves. I would rather hear them talk about themselves. Give it, tell on yourself. You feel me? Tell on yourself. They talk about Tupac. Well, they talk about Afeni. Afeni was a bad sister. She was a bad one. You know what I mean? We don't give Afeni as much credit as we do Valletta. You know what I mean? Afeni was with the shits. She was a real one. It's not HBO, y'all. It's not HBO. It's actually on YouTube. It's a 6-part series. I binged on this shit while I was supposed to be doing my research, but it helped me with my research. It's called Can't Get You Out of My Head. The sun never sets on a British Empire factory. They're gonna give you information about the fall of Russia. They're gonna give you information about British Empire, the fall of the British Empire. They're gonna give you information about the fall of America because America fell, and they'll show you when America fell, and the bankers took over. And then China pumped their money in. And then the petrodollar came up in this bitch. The motherfucking Arabs jumped in. This shit is all about. And then they show you when the dollar took over. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't always like that. They'll show you when the dollar took over. And consumerism and individualism took over. And now we are, where shit is completely in the toilet. You feel me? Shout out to AA. I learned something. I love to learn. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking geek when it comes to learning. Like, I'm a super nerd. You might not know this, but I am. You know what I mean? I will get into my foxhole. You know what I mean? My little man cave, and I will just get on my nerd shit and just be learning, writing notes. But I'm saying all of that. You know what I mean? I'm very long-winded because what I wanted to say was, in the documentary, it exposed that there were groups of Europeans who were implanting conspiracy theories. There's a young chappie, you know what I mean? A young bloke, right? A young bloke by the name of Kerry Thornley and Greg Hill, okay? Not to be confused with Benny Hill, no relations. And they're of American descent, okay? Right? And they came out with something in the 70s. No, what am I talking about? They came out with something in the 60s called Operation Mindfuck. Look it up. Stop asking me the name of the documentary. You niggas must be coming in here late. I'm gonna say it one more time. Can't Get You Out of My Head. Pause. That's the name of it. Okay, Can't Get You Out of My Head. Okay. And we know from our research that the original Brits are the Moors, the brutish Moors, the original inhabitants of the British Empire. The Welsh are melanated. Go and look at what's his name? McRitchie, what's his name? Britons. What's the name of the book? What's the name of the book? All right, let me post the name of the documentary. That's it. We know that the original British, the Welsh, and also the quote unquote Twa that was in Ireland were black or melanated or Moorish. David McRitchie, okay? That's the author. He's not the only one. There's a bunch of authors. They just don't want you to know about this stuff. Okay? They just don't want you to know about this stuff. So we the fathers to that whole continent. Don't think that Europe was always populated by Europeans. That's one of the quote unquote biggest lies that they have ever told. All right. We will go and do the research on the Iberian Peninsula. Go and do your research on the Iberian races and whatnot. Go and do your research. Yeah, the pygmies in Ireland, the leprechauns. You know what I mean? Swarthy Europeans. Like we've always been there. You know what I'm talking about? From the Grimaldis. You know what I'm saying? We've always been there, from Hannibal and what they were doing over there in Carthage, which is modern day Libya and whatnot. The Punic Wars 1, 2, and 3 with Rome. Even the Romans were melanated. Facts. Huh.
To this day. To this day.
And people don't understand that the Roman Empire was a cosmopolitan empire that had multiple races, the same way that New York is cosmopolitan. Now, niggas say I'm a New Yorker. Does that denote nationality? The Etruscans, the original Greeks, right? Henceforth, the connection between the Irish and the Caribbean, the Irish when it comes to piracy, the whole St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's, when I went into Parliament and they have the thing, it's 4 different saints on the wall and whatnot. When you go into Parliament, St. Patrick is up there representing the Irish. St. Patrick was the nigga that ran the twa out of there. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? So what the documentary was showing, what the documentary broke down, was that the Illuminati, right? When it comes to the conspiratorial aspect of the Illuminati, right? The Illuminati story was implanted they put it in the Playboy magazine, right? They implanted it, they wrote it, they put it in the because remember in the Playboy magazine, I don't know, you niggas is too young. They used to have it's a reader's book, like niggas used to sit on the toilet and read the Playboy magazine, right? And there was a lot of classified ads and other things. So they were inserting these stories and they put it in a Playboy magazine and they put it in some other publications, Operation Mindfuck, and they were basically saying the editorials. Thank you. The editorials. So they were basically like, look, we picked a story, or we picked a conspiracy theory that was so obnoxious, right? They were so obnoxious that we knew that this shit would not be taken seriously. So we dug up not to say that the Illuminati did not exist, not to say that the story about the Illuminati did not exist. What I'm saying is, in the modern day iteration of the Illuminati, right? They dug up this old story and then they inserted it into the popular culture, and the shit got picked up by different people over time. Henceforth, when you take the red pill, one of your first introductions into what is known as consciousness is conspiracy theories, and it's the fucking Illuminati. That's the carpet that you walk over. You know what I mean? That's your welcome mat into your wokeness. It's the Illuminati. Okay? But it's showing that these Europeans were responsible for the social programming and inserting the Illuminati, quote unquote, theme, right? Or trope into modern day literature, and the shit took off, right? But then it also shows in the documentary, because Ken Thornley was mad close to not J. Edgar Hoover, to what's the dude, Harvey, what's the dude that knocked off JFK allegedly? What's my dude that knocked off JFK? He was very close to him. Okay. So it's showing, Illuminati gaming cards, Lee Harvey Oswald, right? So it also is explaining that throughout time, he was like, as things begin to progress or degress in America, and shit started to pop off, the assassinations, the bankers taking over, a lot of shit that began to happen, he started to question himself, like, hold on, this shit was a joke to begin with, but is this what it is? You know what I'm talking about? He began to question the validity of something that he figured was a joke. You know what I mean? Because there were so many different patterns. There were so many different patterns at play. Yeah, I'm gonna let you get to it soon, Kafunya. We gonna wrap this up soon so you could dive into that documentary. Because it's very interesting. If you love to learn, if you're a geek like me, if you're a sponge for information, you're gonna love what you hear. And the way that it's done, they're not really. I love documentaries like that because it's a montage style. So it's old footage. He got the nice music in it. You don't have too many interviews. I don't like too many interviews because people come with their fucking with their ego and all of that other shit in the interview. And I give me the footage, my nigga. Let me see the shit go down. Like, I want to see the footage. I want to see old footage. I'm into old footage. You know what I mean? Because I like to go back in time. I like to relive the 60s and the 70s and the 40s and the 50s and 30s and whatnot. Just give me the footage. I'll be able to decipher that shit. You know what I mean? And give me the facts about what the fuck was going on when I'm looking at the footage. Okay. All right. The Russian parliament, they bombed the parliament. The tanks were shooting in the parliament. Okay. Boris Yeltsin, he was an alcoholic. Okay. Shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm interested in things like that. So here's somebody saying, what documentary? I'm finished. I can't. You're going to have to ask people in the chat, Ann. Sister Ann. You know what I mean? I'm exhausted. I said that I might as well God damn it. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, I need a referral code for these niggas. I'm selling this shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm selling this shit. I'm going to hit up Adam Curtis on Twitter and be like, nigga, send me a shirt or something, nigga. I done got your views up. Here you go, Sister Ann. Can't Get You Out of My Head, An Emotional History of the Modern World. That's what it's called. Right? And here's King. Look, you know how you read like the back of the box and whatnot? So we don't have the back of the box because we're on YouTube right now. So the new back of the box is the quote unquote chat room. So this is the back of the box. This is the review. This is how people are giving it up. King Inner G44 said, bro, I couldn't stop watching it. It was deep. Right. Shit real. Rewind. Damn. Yeah. See, the thing about that documentary, because you'll watch like World War II, World War III. This 2021, I want to learn 8 things at once. You know what I mean? Mine has ADD. So the reason why I like the documentary is because it's teaching you about Russia, China, Afghanistan, America. It's mad different shit at once. Britain is not dealing with just one topic. It's an emotional history. It's giving you wild history. You know what I mean? A smorgasbord of history of the modern world. So you see how the modern world has been formed all the way up to technology. All the way to the rise of technology, the rise of the banking system, the rise of China. As how the fuck did everything become made in China? Where did that come from? And these niggas had the Great Wall of China. These are communists. How the hell? Who set the deal up? What the fuck? Where did they sit at the table and talk to these niggas if they don't like these niggas? Why do these niggas sell us everything? There's an answer to that. There's an answer to that. Nigga, Richard Nixon, nigga, Tricky Dicky. Yeah, there's an answer to that. I was always like, what the fuck? I don't understand this shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Are they ops or nah? You know what I mean? What's going on? How you do business with niggas that you got so much tension with? Matter of fact, to keep it a hundo, you can teach it to the babies. Because that's what I intend to do. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna get the little snot noses. I'm gonna be like, sit down, let's learn. You know what I mean? Take out your books. This is homework. You know what I'm talking about? They could learn because it's not ratchet or nothing. They could learn from this. China is a hybrid. Okay, but do you know how it became a hybrid? Because Mao, right? Mao with the revolution and the red books and whatnot. How did China become a hybrid? Who made it a hybrid? Yeah. Yeah, $1 million question. Who made it a hybrid? Which one of their leaders? Because to be honest with you, the revolution that they had was a motherfucking. There was a takeover. They was knocking off all of their competition. Yeah, Richard Nixon took the dollar off of the gold standard. That's a fact. They're the main promoters of transhumanism. Okay, I can understand. Teach them about the blockchain. You already know. That's what we're going to be teaching on Wednesday. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to be teaching on Wednesday. You know? Yeah, capitalism is a hybrid of. Well, no, China, you were right. China is a hybrid of capitalism and communism. They're a model state. You feel me? They're a model state. You know? And America is run by the banks, not the politicians. It's run by the banks, the corporations, big corporations, transnational corporations, the banks, the social engineers, right? And a few smart niggas. And big military. That's it. That's it. Don't waste your time telling me to vote and whatnot. That's it. Cryptocurrency is up because of the moon, my nigga. Do your research. Every full moon is up. That's it. You know what I mean? Them politicians is whores. You know what I'm talking about? They like Little Nas X, my nigga. Sliding, they giving Satan a lap dance. That's what the politicians are. They all bought and sold. Yeah, Satoshi Nakamoto, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? China currently leads in Bitcoin. Yeah, Satoshi Nakamoto. The name of the inventor. This nigga's not from Tennessee. You feel me? He don't sound like he's from the British Empire, nigga. He's either from Hong Kong, China, or Japan. So be careful with this anti-Asian propaganda. You know? Talk about crypto. Yeah, crypto is popping, my nigga. You know this. This is just the crypto conversation. This is on Wednesday at 9 p.m. You know what I mean? I'm going in my bag. You feel me? I'm going in my bag. So pull up to that and you will get all of the information that you need, my brother, because I promise you, and I'm not just saying this because it's on Wednesday, to dig into crypto and to dig into Bitcoin and the blockchain, I need hours upon this shit is not, bruh. I don't even know how I'm going to squeeze this much information into this time slot. This shit is not, it's not hard, but it's not an easy walk in the park, yo. It's not an easy walk in the park. It's a new technology. We on a new era. We on a cusp of a new, because crypto been out, but the shit is so many new coins out. There's so many it's so many purposes for the blockchain. It's just a lot of shit to this staking to talk about. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things, bro. It's a lot of things, bro. I would not shit you, bro. And I wouldn't just gloss over it because niggas been glossing over crypto and all that. You hear people gloss over it, but that's not teaching you anything. There's a lot of glossing taking place. You know what I mean? But that's not really teaching you. You need to learn. You know what I mean? I'll give you the fundamentals so you know what to look for. So people that are not just throwing out this coin and then that, they'll spin you in wild directions and pull you in every which way, but the right way. You know what I'm talking about? You want to know, and to be honest with you, the gangster shit, the real shit that really impresses me is the DAO. And I didn't say Mao Zedong, nigga. I said Dao Zedong. The DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organizations, or DAC, Decentralized Autonomous Companies. Companies that you could build to run autonomously, automated on a blockchain. The new companies, they're not even going to have physical workers. They're not even gonna have. They're just gonna be running on smart contracts on a blockchain. You're gonna have token and shareholders. They're gonna be the voting. They're gonna be the brains of the operation. You're gonna be able to, bro. This shit is exciting. Shit is exciting. If the bankers stop crypto, it's gonna be a war. These nerd niggas got blickies, yo. You know what I'm talking about? The nerds got blickies. There's gonna be they're not gonna let that happen. Let them try to stop the crypto, my nigga. It's not gonna be, it's gonna get ugly. You know? It's gonna get ugly. You know, the new asset class. Yeah, bankers is in crypto now. I think they've been in that shit a little bit, something. But yeah, DeFi, future. The World Bank is adopting crypto. Right. But see, it's the key to the whole, it's not crypto. That's the secondary, it's the blockchain. It's not the crypto. It's the blockchain. You know what I'm talking about? It's the blockchain. That's what they're adopting. The crypto aspect is secondary. It's the blockchain that they're adapting. Blockchain technology, whether it's the Ethereum blockchain, they're adapting to the blockchain and they're tweaking it. Henceforth, why the new vaccine passports are on the blockchain. Let me show you so you know I'm not pulling your legs and whatnot. You know what I mean? Once they got your ass on a blockchain, what you gonna do? You know what I'm talking about? What you gonna do? So let me show you. Look, NYC's blockchain-based COVID-19 passport is now live. Did you know about that? Huh? Did you know that they launched a a a, a blockchain-based COVID-19 passport in the Empire State? Right? So I've said it before. If it starts in New York, the Empire State, right? The Mecca. When they test things out in New York, that's a test run for the globe. That's a test run. That same way when they popped off the COVID in New York, that was New York became the guinea pig. You feel me? So let me read it. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced it's IBM. Remember, IBM is the same company that was tagging them niggas in the concentration camps, right? IBM was behind Hitler during the Holocaust. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced his IBM blockchain-based digital health app for proving COVID-19 vaccination and test results is now live. According to a release by the governor's office, individuals will be able to either print out their pass or store it on their smartphones using the Excelsior Pass wallet app, much like a mobile airline boarding pass. The pass will be used to confirm an individual's recent negative PCR or antigen test result or proof of vaccination to help fast track the reopening of businesses and event venues. Madison Square Garden and Times Union Center will said they will implement the pass. Other locations will be added as the program expands. Okay? Spooky shit. Okay? So get ready for the global or the nationwide COVID passport. They just rolled it out. Right? They just rolled it out. Okay? Shout out to Florida. The governor is pushing against the vaccine passports. Yeah, he said that, you know, you could live in his state free of, you know what I mean, all of the bullshit. So if anybody's in Florida, especially Miami, with a 3-bedroom, holla at your peoples, goddammit. I'll pack up tonight. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to be out here for this stupid shit. So yeah, that's what's going on over there. This is another thing. We was talking about the Moors earlier, and we were talking about the Irish and the original Moors. These are some books that you could look up, right? Jewish Pirates of the Caribbean. But what I was talking about, what I was showing them was the history of the pirates as butt pirates. You know what I mean? The history of the pirates as being some of the ones who were spreading boogerism and sodomy and whatnot, you know, through their piracy. You know what I'm talking about? So this goes all the way back to the ages of the pirates, and it follows all the way up to the Navy, the modern day Navy, even with Hitler's army and whatnot. Rum, sodomy, and the lash, piracy, sexuality, and masculine identity, right? Sodomy and the pirate tradition, English sea rovers in the 17th century. Because you know they said the Vikings were originally black. But that's not who they're talking about in these books. They're not talking about the original Vikings. They're talking about some of these Europeans who are out there at sea playing with seamen. You know what I mean? And the perversion that they were taking place in, you know, the aspect of the liquor, the rum, right? You know what I'm talking about? Remember, they used to come with the rum, right? How did they get the Indians? They got them with the rum. How did they get the Africans on the shores in Ghana and all of those places that wherever the shores, the Pepper Coast, Ivory Coast, Gold Coast, they was bringing them niggas rum, getting them drunk and whatnot, and then, you know, playing with them, taking advantage of them, getting the women tipsy and whatnot. Henceforth to this day, wait up.
To this day. To this day.
They got sisters pulling up in them bars. All of the gentrified neighborhoods have a bar on every corner, and they get you in the bar and they get you tipsy. They take you on a Tinder date. They take you to the motherfucking bar, drink you under the table, and then you wind up in a cage somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? To this day. You know what I mean? They've been using rum to break people's backs for a very long time. To buck break these niggas. That's how they got Little Nas X at a fucking party for Hennessy rum, probably. You know? So the shit goes on for days, you know. Yeah, we got the receipts. You know what I mean? We got the receipts. So yeah, and then let's get to this dude, cause I've been hitting a lot of people's nerves, man. Niggas hate me right now. God damn, I've been having to. So somebody sent me this picture, and then I reposted it. I'm like, yeah, people need to see this shit, because if they don't think that there's an assault taking place right now on these babies, right, through the quote unquote who are impressionable, who are already on the fence. They already low key, questioning their sexuality because of popular culture and the fact that they have attached a form of freedom to this shit. You know what I mean? It's freedom to get your back blown out, right? So, a quick history lesson. Back in the 1600s in America, the Pilgrims were performing pedophilia with Indian children. The British men wanted Indian boys to civilize them. This is the real buck breaking they don't tell you about. They had to create laws in Virginia in the 1650s to protect Indian children from white masters. Some incidents have been reported of Indian children being sexually abused or sold to the Caribbean. Black Native American men were unable to be enslaved on their homelands, so they were sold to Barbados and Jamaica. However, the women and the children were kept in North America as slaves. So when you hear about Indian slavery in America, it was only the women and children. Colonizer has a 400-year history of colonizing the woman, starting with Pocahontas. American indigenous women do not have a history of going to war against the colonizer like the women from the Caribbean or Africa. The man is supposed to be the protector of the culture and the one willing to die for it. The American colonizer has to worry about the indie man, but not his woman. Kill the man, colonize the woman and children is a 400 Thanksgiving American culture. Section 8 in the 1970s represent Indian children kidnapping from the 1600s. Take out the father, brainwash the mother and child, and isolate them. Keep them dependent on a slave master. So, what the fuck do you think welfare society was? What do you think the society that they created after the drug war, the crack era, the crack play, what the fuck do you think that is? You know what I'm talking about? Isolate the woman and the child and brainwash them. You know how many women was in my fucking in my messages trying to cap? They trying to cape for niggas? Oh, oh. Why don't you focus on this? Why don't you get off of my page, sis? Why don't you stop capping for this demonic shit? Why don't you stop capping for the degenerate lifestyles and be a fucking warrior at once? Why don't you do that? You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm not talking to you per se. You know what I mean? You hear me reading this shit. It's not pointing fingers at nobody. Hit dogs bark though. Do I have a barking? Hit dogs bark. You know what I'm talking about?
Ho!
Yeah. The Rock. The fuck? Hit dogs bark. So when people say the father wasn't in the picture, right? The colonizers designed it this way since the Pequot Wars of 1638. I told y'all about King Philip's War, right? That took place in New England, places like Connecticut, Boston, shit like that.
Yeah.
When they ran, they defeated King Philip, groups of Indians, and then they start shipping niggas to Bermuda and Jamaica and other places like Liverpool. You know what I mean? And then they took the women and they took the children and they put these children in these re-educational systems or re-education schools to teach them how to be anglicized fuck boys. You know what I'm talking about? Or anglicized boy toys. Because that's what they were doing to them. So for people like, oh, this been going on forever. Niggas been getting, the fuckery been going on forever. But that don't make it right. And it damn sure don't make it natural. Black Indian slavery from 1638 to 1720 consisted of women and children. If the man is not around to provide a balance for the family, the colonizer understands his chances of dominating the American woman increases by 1,000%. Okay? Only after the UK brought African men to America did the slaves start revolting, starting in 1739 with the Stono Rebellion. Black American men, if you don't stand for something and fight back, you know what they say. Niggas want to talk about, oh, Little Nas X is a distraction. Not really. If it was an isolated incident, maybe, but you niggas don't be outside. It's not an isolated incident. These babies is fucking gender bending. What are you talking about? The future, the babies, they gender bend. They getting put into a new form of slavery. Okay, the LBGT, these men, these white men, and these other black men, they out here buck breaking these little boys. You niggas is cool with that? You niggas be cool with that? Yeah, they gonna stay mad. Like I said, hit dogs bark. You know what I'm talking about? Hit dogs bark. So I'm sure by now, because they like, oh, Red, you're giving it attention. The shit viral, nigga. Do you know what viral means? I didn't have to give it attention. The shit been trending on Twitter since the nigga went down a fucking pole and started lap dancing Satan. I tried to ignore it. You know what I mean? Look at this shit. Are you serious? So just keep talking about crypto, Red Pill. You know what I mean? Ignore this shit. You know what I mean? No, I mean, I'm gonna ignore it to a degree. But I'm here, I'm the media, nigga. I'm not here to play with you niggas. I'm the media. I tell the fucking news, nigga. This is Melanin Monday. Nigga, your melanin is under attack. I could give a fuck about Nike Satan shoes, nigga. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I could give a fuck about clout chasing because to be honest with you, Little Nas X had put a song out where this nigga was looking like Santa Claus. Remember that? And nobody paid him attention. Nobody paid him attention. He wasn't trending. It wasn't controversial enough. So he goes and dresses up like Nicki Minaj and does this. It's called clout chasing. You know what I mean? A Nike satanic shoe, I could give a fuck about. I might rock them shits. You know what I mean? With a Bobby hoodie, with a Bobby Hemmett hoodie. I mean, this doesn't hurt. This is not detrimental. You know, I understand what a fucking pentagram is. I'm not scared of a pentagram. The nigga said that there's human blood in it. You know what I'm talking about? With fucking COVID out here? You niggas is putting blood in sneakers. Yeah, Nike is suing them because they was like, it's a custom shoe, but Nike is getting so much bad publicity. The shit is gonna sell out. It's a collector's item. If you understand anything about the reselling, if you understand anything about that market, you know that anything with as much controversy as this is going to resell for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars for you niggas that collect sneakers as your motherfucking hobby. You know what I mean? Some people that make that their life hobby. This is what they do. So I don't have to sit up here and I'm not teaching you anything that you don't already know. It was an excellent marketing scheme. Whatever this company is who customized these sneakers, you know what I'm talking about? They're going to get sued by Nike and they better be able to hide the money that they make off of the sales of the motherfucking shoes because Nike is going to take all of it because they have the fucking swoosh right here. Okay? So Boozy could slap a nobody, but Little Nas can Dutty, but Boozy can't slap. Nah, both of them shits is out of order. Both of them shits is out of order. Boozy slapping the motherfucking drunk man for $500 for a video. Both of that shit is out of order. Fuck that. I'm not co-signing neither one of them. You not slapping no white man. You niggas is picking up picket signs and acting like you fucking tucking your tails. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Ain't nothing gangster about that. That was the man. That was a weak man that he smacked. Who obviously has a drug dependency. The nigga look like a dope fiend or a wino. But that's the culture that they represent. These are fucking drug dealers who eat off of zombies, who take advantage. Look, a lot of niggas should have been on that pole going to see Satan. It's not just, you know what I mean? A lot of them niggas should have been on that pole, you know what I'm talking about? Giving this nigga a lap dance. It's not just this little weird nigga right here. Okay? It's a lot of them in the industry that should be they should be in a video with homie in a remix. Okay? I'm not casting no stones as if that's an isolated incident. A lot of the deaf culture, that's what they on right now. And I don't believe in there's a nigga down there with a pitchfork. No, I'm talking about you niggas is selling your souls to something, some type of demonic force. There's such a thing as a demonic force. There's such a thing as a malefic force, nigga. I seen demons. I don't know where you niggas was at, and I wasn't on dust. I wasn't on angel dust, nigga. I seen a demon before. The shit real. If you niggas been in the continent, if you been in the islands, if you been in any type of spiritual motherfucking ceremonies, you know that them demons is real. So I don't want to hear all of that gerrymandering the niggas. Oh, you know, the concept of the devil, that's really, you know what I'm saying, Saturn. No, nigga, I'm talking about a malefic force. The same force that will eat a baby, the same force that will rape a child, the same force that will kill a man, somebody who never did anything to harm somebody, the same force that killed Uncle Ben, nigga, and made Spider-Man. That force is real. Okay? And we live on this planet of polarities and dualities and whatnot, and there's a fucking spectrum. And one man's hero is another man's quote unquote, you know, a terrorist and whatnot. But I'm not riding for none of that shit. I'm not riding for none of that shit. These babies are going to sell their fucking souls. They're going to lose their grippers. They're going to be in dark alleys, laying on their face, or waking up in weird rooms or dungeons and things of that nature. It's going to help increase the missing children count. For all you niggas is capping for QAnon, why you not going to save these children? Even though Trump is out of office, why you niggas is not deputizing yourselves and going to save children? If you care so much, because they still getting kidnapped. These little niggas, this on demon time, riding around, spraying a whole block, hitting babies and everything. Them niggas is devils. What are they doing it for? Pride? Ego? Huh? Fame? And we feed this shit daily. Tamika Mallory driving in her Cadillac while little baby is out the fucking window drilling niggas. We feed this shit daily, my niggas. And it's not helping our community one iota. We're losing messiahs. All of these motherfuckers is getting locked up. They're getting life. Babies, the babies is losing fathers. It's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. Low key, it's a form of, you know, rites of passage. But into what though? Into what? The hate you gave little infants fucks everyone. Thug life. What are you getting the rites of passage? What are you passing into, my niggas? Is that how you become an adult in these streets still? Deaf culture. I ain't with it. You could do better. You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit. You could be talking about. There's so many other things that we could be focusing on. The whole world is changing. It's becoming digitized. It's opening up. It's an open society. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much things that we could give our Didi. You always capping, sis. Why is that? Most successful conscious community men drive Cadillacs. Who the fuck is driving a Cadillac? And what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about? What are you talking about? Cadillac has a fucking commercial with Tamika Mallory talking about black women finna take over, and they not even the ones that buy Cadillacs. What are you talking about? Where's the men at? Where the fuck was Mike Son? You know what I'm saying? You Cadillac is capping for black women now. Where's the men at? They the ones that bought the Cadillacs. Niggas was dying for Cadillacs for decades. What black conscious men do you know riding in Cadillacs? Please let me know. Niggas is Cadillac Ubers. You know what I'm saying? Who? Give me a lineup. Cause you putting it in all caps like you making a statement. Like, no, that's not right. No, nigga. The shit that the clout chasing is going on in these fake ass woke circles is blasphemous. What are you talking about? The sister Vicky Dillard broke that shit down expertly last night. How is Cadillac? I could understand a brand that's synonymous with black women. What the fuck does Cadillac have to do? You excluding the black men talking about black women is gonna take over? From where? Fuck is you talking about? What take over what? You taking over the white man? You taking over the system, sister? You toppling this shit? Where? In Cancun and Tulum? Where is it happening at? Let me know. In the boardroom? In City Hall? Where is it going on? Let me know. What the fuck does Cadillac know that we don't know? That's cap. Yeah, and they had a transgender in there talking about, no, nigga, that's not it. That ain't it. Not applauding that. That's not a touchdown. She's the bait. Yeah, that's not a touchdown. So, like I said, it's wild confusion going on because people's morality is tied into this motherfucking dollar. That's what the documentary is going to show you, how American people, and not just America, China, and the rest of the world have been quote unquote blinded and conquered by this goddamn dollar. That's why I'm so happy that new currencies are coming amongst us so we could think in a different type of mind. Even though if you in the crypto world, you still quote unquote chasing a bag, but at least you're not chasing these dead presidents. At least you're not chasing this fiat and whatnot, because that shit is out the is going out the debt, the aspect of debt-based money versus true assets. That's going out the window. Okay, that's going out the window, right? And we know that conversation that the woke capitalists, we know the conversation that the liberals are pushing. We know the conversation that the Democrats are pushing. We know the conversation that Black Lives Matter is pushing. Don't got nothing to do with what we talking about. When we talk the way that we talk, we get blocked on Instagram. We get blocked on YouTube. We get blocked on their platforms. They don't want to hear the voice of an alpha. They don't want to hear the voice of somebody talking about, nah, fuck that. We're going to do it this way. They're not trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear the Fred Hamptons of the world. They're not trying to hear from the Malcolm X's of the world. They don't want to hear from the Garveys of the world. They want Angela Davis. This sister putting out a book with Cardi B writing the forward. Tamika Mallory put out a book. She's putting out a book, and Cardi B is writing the forward, and Angela Davis is writing the forward. That's who they want to hear from. There's a gender war taking place. And if you are to feed the fuel and are you to put the coal in the fire to pump up that gender war, you are op. What are you talking about? You're not trying to stop the war. You're not trying to say there is no war. Black men and black women, we are here together. Okay? We are here together because the only way that this thing is ever going to even shift, the only way that the goalpost is going to shift, unless you want to fucking seat at the table, just say that. If y'all want to sit with Master at the table and be a 2025 mammy, then you let me know. You know what I mean? Because that might be that, you know what I'm saying? We might be able to finagle that for you. But if you really if you over here, don't be confused who the fuck I am or what this is about. If you over here, then we don't cap like that. We not on that frequency at all. We not dealing with that. I'm not separating. I'm not into separatism. I'm not putting nobody above anyone. I'm not saying no. I talk French, my niggas. This is about the black family. This is about the black woman, the black man, and the black child. I'm not excluding anyone. Okay? At all. And we here to teach. We not just going whatever they throw at us. And we not capping for no materialistic shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Nobody Cadillac is not gonna buy my loyalty for some rims, my nigga. No, fuck out of here. What are they doing for us? Too many people be on the fence because they not standing for new. They don't stand for enough. They don't even know what the fuck they're standing for. They don't even know what a stance is. The Breakfast Club is interviewing Conscious. They've been doing that. It's woke capitalism. You know, they've been doing that. Do you think it's acceptable to pretend to be wicked to get a bag? No. Fuck that. You thirst. That's thirst. That's called thirst. That's called if you're willing to do that, you're willing to do anything. God damn it. You know people that are willing to do you know motherfuckers that could hit the brakes once you get started? I don't. You playing wicked? No, you're not gonna play wicked to wicked people. They're gonna make you prove your wickedness. And once your ass get flipped, there is no turning back. Once they take a man's manhood, how you gonna get it back? You gonna sew it back up? What you know what the fuck your manhood is? You're gonna lose that on the first date. You don't gotta pretend to be wicked. Play, stand up for something. Because at the end of the day, there's the king disease. You're doing it for fame. You know what I mean? You're doing it for clout. You're doing it for fiat. You're doing it for some fucking shekels, my nigga. You know what I mean? Have some values and some self-respect. I know that the shit got fleeced from the culture a long time ago. I know that we lost it during the crack era and the dope era and the heroin, the scourge. And I know that we lost it when everybody wanted to become gangbangers. I know that we lost it in whole culture. I know that we lost it. But what we trying to do is get it back. Because I promise you, what you think is on the other side of it, it's never gonna be what you think that you're selling yourself for. And you think that the reward is going to be good? No, you'll be empty. Just go to Hollywood and ride around on the TMZ bus and go look in the eyes of all of them people jogging and whatnot and walking their fucking Cocker Spaniels. They're empty inside. They took the same route that you trying to take. Go to San Fernando Valley where they was busting it open for a few dollars and whatnot. Go and look. Go to you in Vegas. Go on the strip. Go in Sin City. Go on the strip. And go and look in the eyes of some of them people who you think got it like that. You only got one soul. You know what I'm talking about? It's many artists who wasn't real gangster and wrote gangster rap. Where they at? What are they doing now? What's their legacy looking like? Dr. Dre with the brain aneurysm who's getting fleeced by his wife? Ice Cube who's fucking running in circles? You know what I mean? Who got boxed out of all of his positions? What is that? That's not a come up. That's nothing to be proud of. You know what I'm talking about? Jay-Z, who's immersing himself in all kind of wokeness. to try to balance the scales and whatnot, to clean his motherfucking spirit. It's easy to sell out in these days and times because them people with the small hats, they have a road, you know what I mean? They have the yellow brick road laid out for everybody that wants to run down that path. You know what I'm talking about? They got the oven open. You know? What do their spirit look like? What is their legacy gonna be like? You know what I'm talking about? They're not gonna hold, I promise you, 20 to 30 years from now, niggas are not going to celebrate these niggas the way that y'all be celebrating them. Their legacy is going to be tarnished. It's going to be in the toilet bowl. The niggas who was behind all of that gang banging, drug dealing, selling our people out, pimping and whatnot, they're going to be enemies. The children are going to spit on their pictures. They're going to shun them. Facts. Don't be caught in the illusion. Do you know what the illusion means? It means you think you seeing, it's a fucking mirage. You think you seeing something, but that ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. They gonna figure this shit out. That these niggas was enemies of the state, that they was being used by these corporations to be enemies of the state, to lead their people in the wrong direction. And at the end of the day, when social currency is understood, meaning that what the fuck did you do for your people? Run the receipts, fuck your charity. That means nothing. You know what I mean? What did you do to help the people? Because it's about balance. You allowed to do some fuck shit in life. You're allowed to mess up. You're allowed to be young and dumb. Nobody is just hopping out the porch on some revolutionary shit. You're allowed to be balanced. You know what I mean? We're coming up. The day that I do my lecture or my workshop on Wednesday, I'm undedicated it. I'm livicating it to Nipsey Hussle because that's the day they took his life, March 31st, right? He's going to be the poster child leading into the new generation as to, he's the one who, to be honest, in my humble opinion, you know, the younger generation is living in his dreams. The marathon continues. The fact that he was championing cryptocurrency, the fact that he was championing technology like smart stores and whatnot, blockchain and shit like that. The fact that he was well balanced. You know what I mean? He had one foot in the streets, but he was utilizing his influence and things of that nature to do something for his people. Not no empty shit, but he was really about that fucking life when it comes to being enlightened and whatnot. He introduced Dr. Sabi to millions of niggas. Okay? Henceforth, making that shit cool. Henceforth, probably saving a lot of motherfuckers. Henceforth, helping people with their health and things of that nature, because even before the COVID hit, people was trying to get their lives in order and their health in order just based off of the fact that he was stepping for Sabi. Shit like that. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And he left us at a very young age. You know what I'm talking about? But he made an ascension. And as a result of making an ascension, you know, he is going to be honored. He's going to be held up. Brothers and sisters are going to make sure that his legacy is not tarnished. As for these other niggas who have not contributed and are going to go out bad, like a lot of them have already, I don't know. I don't know what to say about them. Really don't. Don't know. It's about what you did for your people. It's about your inspiration and whatnot. And to be honest with you, everybody is not a revolutionary. Everybody is not an evolutionary. Everybody is not deep and conscious and woke and healthy and all of that. And that's not to say, you know, some niggas is warriors. I fucks with Pop Smoke and his legacy. You know what I mean? I'm not judging that man. He died at 20 and whatnot. And what he represent, I could stand on that. I feel, you know, it wasn't super negative. You know what I'm talking about? He couldn't help it that he was in the motherfucking gang. That's the way of life in Brooklyn. You know? It's the way of life. But there's hundreds of rappers, hundreds, who have died in the last 3 or 4 years. And they're nameless. Niggas don't even say their names anymore. There's nobody remembering them. That's sad. You know? That's sad. You know what I'm talking about? So, nah, I ain't with no, fuck that. 2021, when you got consciousness on a rise, when people know how to live right, motherfuckers is out here hopping out of foreigns and whatnot. Motherfuckers is living good. And they're teaching financial literacy, they're teaching health, you know what I mean? They're teaching, they're teaching things positive. They're not dealing with no fuck shit. They looking, niggas is looking healthy and happy. They're not selling themselves out. They're not touching their toes. You know what I'm talking about? They don't gotta go through all of that. Them days is over. It's cool to be motherfucking smart now. You living in the past. You know what I'm talking about? You're stuck in the fucking past. You need to get out of you need to travel. Like move around. Go to Africa. Niggas is lit. They got young executives. They got people who are building cities. Akon is building a motherfucking city, bro. He just released a coin. Outside of all of the politics that the city was built behind, I'm not here for that. I'm just saying there's people that are doing things. We need more of that. You know what I mean? And you can't tell me that it's niggas out here grabbing their ankles and women out here promoting prostitution and all of this fuck shit, and that they're just miraculously gonna turn around and start doing good. I'm good. I'm not here. I don't even want to wait for that. Move them out of the way and put sisters like Cyrock and other sisters who mean something, who have something to say, who have some fucking substance. Put them in the seat. Why don't y'all start streaming them? Why don't you support that? It's Revenge of the Blurs. The nerds are winning. You know what I'm talking about? The nerds are winning. Niggas from the street got to turn to the nerds. Yo, what's the NFT? Yo, what Bitcoin should I buy? Yo, help me with my crypto wallet. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of things going on in a lot of different spaces where people are being their true self. They're showing up in their proper persona, right? One of the aspects of being sovereign is to be able to be your motherfucking self and not be owned by a contract. You know what I mean? Not be under the thumb of a Satanist. Because to tell me these are the people that run the industry? Let me show you these people. These are the people that y'all are willing to sell your children to? You know what I'm talking about? Not just this. These are the hitters right here. This is Zaddy right here. You know what I mean? These are the Zaddies. These are the niggas that control the industry. These are the people who are responsible for what the fuck goes out of the label. You know what I'm talking about? These people are helping to shape the psychology of the babies. You feel me? These people right here. Jimmy Iovine, Liar Cohen, Lucian Grange, Clive Davis. You know how much blood they got on their hands? These are the big homies to niggas that y'all look up to, that y'all call daddy, and these are the vultures who feed off of our culture. You understand? Who will never get behind a black man who is talking truth to power. But they'll get behind a black man telling you all kind of crazy shit. But you can't talk about Jews, though. You can't talk about the history. You can't say anything, about their people. Hell to the nah. They'll drop your ass from the label like a hot potato. This dude, Clyde Davis, when Whitney Houston was in the bathtub dead, bro, in a hotel. Do your fucking history. This fucking piece of this demonic piece of shit was downstairs partying. They did a full party, my nigga. That's called spirit cooking. His premier artist, right? He knew that she was dead. His premier artist who made billions for his company was in the motherfucking bathtub dead. And they was giving a party downstairs. Come on, bro. You championship. All of them. Jimmy Iovine, NWA, all of the gangster rap. You know what I'm talking about? All of the gangster rap, all of the pimp shit, all of the fuck shit, all of the bang bang, black men killing each other. They put billions behind it. Billions. They champion that. But you get on a label and start talking about, oh, now I want to uplift my sisters. I want to talk about black wealth. I want to talk about oh man, that shit won't sell. Nobody trying to hear that. How you know what the fuck somebody's trying to hear? You're not even you're not from our culture. You're not in our hood. God damn it. Niggas didn't want to hear the shit that y'all was pushing in the beginning, but you forced it down their throats. You paid for them. You did payola. You dropped millions upon millions of dollars on the radio stations and the DJs. They could not resist the motherfucking bag. So we know about the science of repetitiveness. There's songs on the radio that you like, this shit is trash. 20 seconds later, you know, like the SpongeBob, 20 minutes later, you singing that shit in your head. It's a fucking jingle. It's a nursery rhyme. Why isn't it? You know what I mean? You can't resist the stickiness of it. It's a fucking jingle. You know what I mean? That's why they make jingles. So Clive Davis, who worked with the CIA in the 70s, right? Was responsible. They put out a white paper on how to take over black R&B music because black R&B soul music was on such a high vibration with motherfucking Motown and my dude Stevie Wonder and all of them, Teddy Pendergrass, the Philly, they called it the Philly soul sound coming out of Philadelphia. Real fucking men talking about love, talking about black women, increasing the motherfucking baby count with the way that Barry White serenading women and telling them how much they love them from the depths of their souls. They was like, nah, we got to do something about this shit. So they put out a white paper, Harvard Business School, and Clive Davis picks it up and he goes and he creates he creates with I believe it was CBS Records. The first act that he gets is Gamble and Huff. And then they infiltrate black music and they take over black music. They start a black music division in the record label, something that they never had before. Okay, something that they never had before. And soon after that, the black labels begin to lose their motherfucking standings and whatnot. Okay, this was the Clive Davis, this dude right here. Okay, this dude right here. The same one who signed Puffy with Bad Boy Records and helped push in the quote unquote bad boy era. Take that. You know what I mean? Materialism over the spirituality. When they pushed out the quote unquote Wu-Tangs and they pushed out the brothers and sisters that were doing the knowledge and whatnot, the 5%ers who based the Big Daddy Kane's, King Asiatic, Nobody Equal, KRS-One, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. And if you niggas wasn't outside back then, they were some of the top artists. Rakim Allah, motherfuckers was listening to them, and they were making club music as well. Because you know, people would be like, well, maybe nobody wanted to hear them. No, nigga, you didn't want to hear them. You probably wasn't even outside. but they were lit. It was label politics. Okay, who distributed Ruthless Records? Well, I know the Ruthless Records eventually gets absorbed into Interscope, which is Jimmy Iovine. You know what I mean? That's Easy E on Ruthless, but then Easy E falls under Jimmy Iovine with NWA, and that's Interscope. You know what I'm talking about? That's Death Row with Suge and them. If I'm 100% correct, you know what I mean? Jerry Heller, my bad. Yeah. Ruthless Records is Jerry Heller. He needs to be up there. Is Jerry Heller there? Jerry Heller is the father of gangster hip hop. Not no niggas. Not no, not no black men. It was Jerry Heller, right? Small hat, who is go to Wikipedia. He's the father of gangster rap. Okay. That was the dude in the NWA movie that was running around with Easy E. That's Jerry Heller. Okay. So, nah, B. We gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back. I'm not. Yeah, the Worm Moon. Shout out to the Worm Moon. I'm doing all of this underneath this moon. Sam Cooke. You know what I mean? With them saying that they knocked off Sam Cooke because he was out there putting on independently and telling the mafia that you can't put your hands in his pockets and shit like that. You know what I mean? All of those independent black men that were dying who were bosses, Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, all of them. You feel me? There's a history. The Gambling Huff infiltration. Give me 1 minute. Let me show you the book. This is the book that you could get where you could read up on that. You know what I mean? Race music is what they originally used to call it. But it's a lot of the shit that they doing right now is the equivalent to what they call Jim Crow music. You know? The Jim Crow music when niggas was shucking and jiving in the early 1900s. You know what I'm talking about? That's what you hear on the radio nowadays. Let me look for this folder. Give me 1 minute. Let me see. So what you see going on with Little Nas X is just a continuum. It's a continuum of something that has been going on since they've been butting their noses into our culture and, interrupting what it is that we were doing. All right, the book is called The Harvard Report, a study of the soul music environment prepared for Columbia Group. All right, I'm gonna go to Google and see, go to Amazon so y'all can see what it looked like, so y'all could go ahead and get that Harvard Report. So y'all don't think I'm out here capping. But people don't be knowing. So I understand. They speak from where they know and with how they feel. You know what I mean? And this ain't about feelings. This is about what do you know? What can you prove? You know what I'm talking about? What can you prove? What can you show? Because we got the receipts. There you go. The Harvard Report. A study of the soul music environment prepared for Columbia Records Group. Okay. Almost 50 years, the release of the complete Harvard Report, a study of the soul music environment prepared for Columbia Records Group, which was a feasibly study and suggested marketing strategies of CRG, which is CBS Records. All right. see if we have a description so we could read this shit for you so you understand what this shit is about. But yeah, they infiltrated soul music through Harvard. They took it over. And now, you know, the only hope that we have left is from independent artists who, you know, have the testicular fortitude and a mitigated gall, you know what I mean, to stand up for their people and not be complete sellouts. You know what I'm talking about? And not be complete sellouts that are out here bobbing for apples. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. They out here bobbing for apples. Black men need to teach principles over money. I mean, yeah. I'm looking for something real quick. Yeah, well, go and get that book, right? It's a $25 one and a $9 one. You know, go and check that out. It's it's a good read. There's a book that Philip Muhammad put out from the Nation of Islam. He goes all the way in. There's a book that Professor Griff has put out. He goes all the way in. There's a book that Wesley Muhammad put out. He goes all the way in. So this ain't speculation. Yeah, I saw Double Impact. It was cooking. You know what I'm talking about? They was definitely cooking. Is there Melanin Tuesday? Nah, just Melanin Monday. I did Melanin Tuesday because I missed the Monday. So yeah, I mean, look, we about to tap out of here because I got work to do. I still got to get back on my lecture. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nas needs to say something about niggas jacking his name, man. That nigga, see, Nas is too safe right now. You know what I mean? He's not the old Nas. He won't pop off on that nigga, but god damn it. You know what I mean? Shit. It's not a good look at all. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care what nobody say. That is not a good look. Fuck that. And that's not a little boy no more. You know what I mean? He's a grown bussy. You know what I'm talking about? That he's a grown ass man. So he could get the smoke. Cool G Rap. What about Cool G Rap? That was one of the first gangsters. You know what I'm talking about? And to be honest with you, it was okay with one gangster or three or four. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Geechee and Swamp. Man, they ate food, bro. Av and Fonz. They all of them was eating. You know? They was all eating. That's why I like battle rap. Get your beef off on the stage. Talk your shit. You know what I mean? It is what it is. At least y'all niggas is not drilling. Y'all not online fake threatening each other and all of that. No. Battle rap. Get the battle out. UFC, nigga. Lock legs. Like, you know, knock a nigga out. Go box. You know what I'm talking about? Because aggression is always going to show its head. You know what I mean? It's always going to show its head. You know, we are aggressive people. And we living in this stressful day and age. Niggas gonna pop. But do it in a controlled environment. Yeah, Murderland was whack. You know, I didn't feel their chemistry at all. You know? Oh yeah, Satanic from Buster. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. I like that. Yeah, he went in. Buster went in on his last album. You know what I'm talking about? He went in. hmm So yeah, um, the Red Summer. All right. This is the album. Y'all could get this on the redsummer.com. Oh no, the Red Summer merch, which is right there on the ticker. All right. For any inquiries, the brothers and sisters, if you got a business and you got anything coming up, if you have a business that you want to promote, if you have products that you want to promote, if you have anything that you want to promote, send me hit me on my email. If there's any promoters out there they want to do some business and bring us to y'all state and whatnot, hit us up. You know what I mean? You know, we'll see if y'all could foot the bill and you can handle that. Um, yeah, you dig. And everything else. And for everyone, for the Wednesday, you will get your it's Wednesday, Zoom only. You get your link the day of in the email. So please look out in your emails. You will receive an email with the link before the show, which starts 9 p.m. Eastern time, New York time. And it's over around midnight or maybe a little bit after that. And it will be recorded. So you will have access to the video on demand in case you have to go to sleep, in case you get in there late. Whatever the thing is, whatever the discrepancy may be, we got you covered. That's no problem. And then I will see y'all in Newark, New Jersey. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the family in the Chi, right? Chicago. Me and this good brother right here, Cheyenne, from the Marrakesh Society, aka Mansa Isa Muhammad. We're gonna be in Chicago with our good brother, Chicago Crypto Bully. 4-4 is his birthday. You know what I'm talking about? 4-4. We'll be in the building. I'll be teaching Moorish history from 7-Eleven leading up to 2021, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going in for about 4 hours, diving in, digging in, going in because a lot of people are brand new to the information about the Moors. So I'm gonna give y'all a very heavy detailed lecture that's going to update you and give you all of the information that put it into perspective, a timeline, connect things, and let you, give you what you need. The brother Mansa, he's going to come through. He's going to give you the information from the aspect of sovereignty and the aspect of civics and things of that nature that he does so well, right? So hit us up. The Cash App, the way that you buy tickets for this event, all right, is by hitting up Cash App. When you hit up the Cash App, give us your email. Sovereign Money is going to be, let me write that in the chat just in case people can't see it. Sovereign Money is the Cash App that you send your payments to. If you want to be there for the whole 3 days, pull up. If you're just coming for 1 day or 2 days, it doesn't matter. Pull up. We'll have merchandise in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, and the brother, I'm sure he has a book. Mansa has books and whatnot. I'm sure he'll be with his merch, and it's going to be in a very neutral area in Chicago because Chicago is Chicago. You know what I mean? We will not be on O Block, my niggas. We won't be where it's lit. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna be in a nice, cool area, right? A nice, cool area. You feel me? And y'all gonna enjoy yourselves. So no live stream. I don't think it's gonna be live stream or Zoom for that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think it's going to be live stream or Zoom. Sovereign money, put 44 more plus the email, you know what I mean? And we'll have it for you there. Okay. And then for that, right before that, in Newark, New Jersey, me and Blue, Twin Pillars, on Saturday the 3rd, right? We're going to be doing crypto and crystals at the Aqua Fit Water Bar, 347 Central Ave, Newark, New Jersey. That's free. That's free for all. You feel me? That's going to be lit. All right. We're going to have vendors in the building for that. There'll be vendors in the building for that. And, I know you didn't say what's the problem with Hollywood. You need to come out to a lecture. You know what I'm talking about? You need to come out to an intensive. You might have to come out for a whole week. You know what I'm talking about? You just need to just immerse yourself in some lessons. And it's no judgment. You know what I mean? It's no judgment at all. Everybody learns at their own pace. But if you don't think that there's a problem with Hollywood, where are you from, Sister DD? Where's your origin? Like, I know you're in New York, but where you from? So my Newark, New Jersey family, if you in Jersey, if you in New York, if you in Philadelphia, Newark is right in the middle, right? Newark is right there. So y'all all could pull up. My brother Divine is opening up his new spot. Divine is a jewelry maker, Excelsior. You know what I mean? He's going to be putting up, his new spot. This is going to be a marketplace for our. No. Look, she said it's fake outrage. There's no outrage in my voice, sis. I'm just asking you, where you from? I just want to know. Aquafit Water Bar. All right. 347 Central Ave, Newark, New Jersey, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So that's an all-day event. Me and Blue will be presenting. We'll be going in. You feel me? And it's gonna be lit. It's definitely gonna be lit. And then after that, about a few weeks later, we will be in Brooklyn doing Elevation, right? Abundance Manifestation, hosted by Brother Araje Nefertum. And it's going to be me and Blue, our sister Rain, and our sister Karma. We had a great time in Puerto Rico with the fam when we were all out there in Puerto Rico in December. It was a beautiful event. And I look forward to, follow up. Jamaican parents, born and raised in America, grew up in Queens, college in Albany. I see a sweep of generalizing ABC's angers when questions asked. I was just trying to get an understanding, Jamaican first generation. Okay, born and raised in Queens, grew up in Queens. Okay, understood. That's what's up. We're not judging. We're just asking. Just for asking. I told you I'm Jamaican by association. I'm a Haitian on vacation. I was raised in Flatbush, so I'm around all of the Jamaicans and anything. Somebody asks a question. No, we're asking a question because we dialoguing. You have your opinions, right? You said what's wrong with Hollywood, so that shit let off the you know what I mean? It just let the alarm off. I'm like, okay, let's see where you from. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I want to get an understanding. I'm trying to psychologically figure shit out right now because not a lot of people say what's wrong with Hollywood. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people say what's wrong with Hollywood. especially if they tapped into a channel such as this, you know. So I'm just asking, you know, that's it. But I hope that you learning from the information that is being shared. I do also hope that emotions are not included in your disposition towards some of the information, even though it may not align with your teachings, right? From whatever college you may have gone to, or whatever the parents may have taught you, or just life in general. I hope that you could take some of this information, go in deep dive. I put books out there. Go and watch that documentary and whatnot. Get into that because the documentary is it's not my documentary, so it don't got the same, you know what I mean? It don't have uh my disposition to it. It's information. So take the information because at the end of the day, we are all in class. I was in class when I was watching the documentary. So I came back to share with y'all what I learned so y'all can learn so we can have a conversation together because to be honest with you, we all are in class. And the purpose of platforms such as this is to learn. Okay? Is to learn. You know what I mean? So if you learning, then you know, you in the right place. You in the right place. You feel me? And like I said, there's no judgment. You know, everybody learns at their own pace. But, tap in.
To this day. To this day.
And I'm out. I'm gonna leave y'all with a song. I'm niggas is out here doing voodoo. Let me find out. You know what I'm talking about? They got the red pill, the motherfucking red pill doll and whatnot. They probably but yeah. Whoever we'll take requests for the song leading out. You know what I mean? Throw a title. Why can't you have Hollywood? Who took Hollywood from you? I'm just asking. You fighting for Hollywood, my nigga? What studio you want in Hollywood? Let me know. Is it Columbia? Who you fighting for in Hollywood? Let me know. Who you want? Tom Hanks? What you want from Hollywood? You know what I'm talking about? Ah. Y'all funny, man. I promise you. But yeah, love and light. I appreciate everybody in the building tonight. This has been a very interesting conversation. You know what I mean? This was a very interesting conversation. Oh, they pulling up. They want to hear classics. I don't know if I got them queued up. We're gonna go with Laylo. That was the first one that we have on the current album. You know what I'm saying? I got the current album queued up. So we'll get to the classics in another day. But yeah, we're gonna leave y'all with Laylo. You feel me? Hold on. I gotta reconnect this shit. Give me 1 second. But y'all hit that cash app. Leave a tip at the table. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all on Wednesday. And then I'll see you on Third Eye Thursday. Yeah, that vinyl is coming soon. I just gotta remaster the album. We gotta get that shit remastered. Once the remastering happens, we are going to we're gonna get you that. Cause I need that. I need the vinyl too. Shit. I need the Scorpion King vinyl. I need the twins, the twin album, all that. All right. Love and light, y'all. Y'all be good, man. Stay dangerous. And stay off Little Nas pages, Little Nas X's page. Y'all can hear, right?
Lay low, 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 yeah. Lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low. Stay high, but I lay low. Brainstorm, make a rainbow. Seen the devil play Halo. You would think I had a game code. Universe never say no. Pain comes down.
Pull up.
The sweeter the cider, skeeter beside her. Flicker the lighter, the gift is inside her. Watching the throne.
My bad.
We cooking the turf, we put around the earth. Plenty of zones, but Brooklyn the first. Brooklyn the first. Already getting hers, Harky the burst. Harky the burst. We look up reserve, we look up your skirts. Look up your skirts. Let's media, look up research. Look at the search. You shook up the earth, shook up the earth. Shook up the earth, you shook up the earth. Lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. They know, they know, they know, they know, they know. Better get made go higher than Waco. Top of the Draco, keeping the halo. Top of my lances, bigger than masses. Pay for some answers. Play with the Panthers, magical city. Stay with the dancers, stay with the dancers. Stay with some answers, stay with some answers. Stay with the cancers. Know the less media. Stay with the answers, stay with the dancers. Crypto advances, triple your chances, hip with the canvas. Crystals is dancing, shifting the planet, lifting the granite. Been around waves like Peter the Spider. Been around worlds like Hippo the lighter. The sweeter the cider, skeeter beside her. Flicker the lighter, the gift is inside her. Watching the throne, sit right beside her. We sit right beside her. At the bottom, sipping the cider. We sipping the cider. My chick is a rider. I'm drive for the south, she hip with the lighter. Drive for the south, she hip with the lighter. The gift is inside her. The gift is inside her. Drive for the south, she hip with the lighter. She hip with the lighter. Lay low, lay low, lay low.